How do y'all?
Alright, well-
I am Matthew, brother, facilitator of Jefferey. You need a title.
Leader of Wayward Weaviles.
That's kind of cringe, man. I don't know. All right.
Nah, it's hype. It's actually hype.
Yeah,
Jeffrey's cringe.
copium.
Okay.
Copium. All right. So what we got here is Cal versus Armando. As far as both of these players in draft, I feel like they both had really strong drafts, and to see these, let's take a look at these leads here really quick. Armando's bringing a very similar core to what he had against me, with the exception of Titan and Volbeat, who I didn't have the pleasure of seeing. I'm a big Titan fan. And from Cal, what we got on Cal's side?
It looks like he's running a very defensive setup here. I mean, I assume the Frostmoth's gonna have Quiver Dance like he ran in his first week. The Frigoraf's also very helpful here with Armored Tail to stop any priority moves, say like Titan's Ice Shard.
Yeah, defensive is Cal style, so I'm not surprised to see that. Alright, Volbeat. Show me that price to Tail Glow, baby! Woo!
Yeah, Sleeper Volbeat.
Sleeper Volbeat!
We love to see it.
Volbeat sweep! We got a little. Oh, okay. Big moves as Bubba hits Rain Dance and Volbeat hits that Rain Dance right frame 1. We're gonna see a Quiver Dance in response, and Farigaraph's gonna.
Oh, liquidation! Whoa!
Actually, I'm sorry. What Frostmoth? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Frostmoth.
Yeah, the liquidation comes out from the Titan there, taking out the Frostmoth before it can even get set up.
Rather quickly, yeah.
That is scary.
It seems the Terra Water was there from the start, and it getting boosted by that Rain Dance.
He brought in this lead with intention to kill. You don't Rain Dance Water Terra unless something is going to die.
Yeah, and it also matches up quite well into the Ogerpon because it is part Rock type.
Yeah.
Although at the same time,
makes you question the switch into Ogerpon. What else?
Well,
what else?
It's not bad for Ogerpon because you also have the Grass type on the Ogerpon that could threaten the now Water type Sea Titan with either a Horn Leech.
Yeah, so we just got both these mons squinting at each other and seeing who does what first.
And also, it does have Sturdy, so it's not totally in danger of being one-shot. And even still, it can get healed up from Horn Leech.
That's true. Horn Leech is a big factor.
The Frigoraph able to set up the Trick Room too, so even if it's slower, the Titan's in danger here of a Horn Leech here.
That's true. Trick Room is a little iffy into Titan.
Even still,
we got some action going on here. Alright, given the squint off, both of them realizing and kill each other and are opting to protect and Spiky Shield. And from there we have Psychic from Farigarath hitting a protecting Titan and an Encore locking him into Psychic. By far not the worst thing in the world by any mean. Alright, now the Protects wore off. We got some big damage coming out. Sturdy on Ogerpon Rock. Wait, he has that?
Yeah. The Rock form has Sturdy.
Dude, disgusting creature Pokemon, Jesus.
I always forget it has Sturdy, that's something.
Bugbuzz goes into the Farigarath, meaning the Ogerpon gets to move here.
Yeah, we're looking at an Ivy Cudgel to... Ooh, Sash is left in... Everyone's living at 1 here, Jesus, okay.
Yeah, we are in Trick Room, so
So we're gonna see another Spiky Shield. If Volbeat hits Ogerpon, it could end here.
The Ice Shard not gonna hit from the Armored Tail. Able to get a Psychic off, but won't take the KO just yet. Gets 2 special defense drops.
Ooh, and Farigarath goes down by Bugbuzz. Really smart usage of Satch on Volbeat here, especially because he's such a squishy little boy.
We should pause here.
This is very true.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Big things happening right now.
The Torkoal comes out, sets up the sun. I'm surprised it didn't come out earlier.
Yeah,
especially with the Rain Dance active. That would have been quite helpful because it would have gotten rid of Rain Dance and made Torkoal live longer against this liquidation Terra Water. Not only that, Torkoal's got a high defense stat, but
yeah, so he's probably living. I'd argue he's living. Not even counting.
I mean, we're in Trick Room right now. Nothing's stopping this Torkoal from just clicking Eruption here, and it'll take out both of them before they can even act. I'd say we probably see an Ice Shard
from goes for another Rain Dance, that could put a damper.
Well, it's Trick Room here. I don't think it'll get to act. The
Well-
only thing Armando sort of has here is an Ice Shard from the Sea Titan into the Ogerpon because it no longer has Spiky Shield. Or at least it'd be
Yeah.
50%.
It also has Prankster Rain Dance though. That could also put a big damper on that eruption.
Well,
Right.
not that it matters because I'm looking at 1% and 6% health. They're going to die.
Yeah.
Eruption
But-
comes,
Yeah,
they're going
but
to
it would help him in the future here. I'd say that because
I agree.
it would get rid of the sun boosted part of eruption.
The only
So that
question
could be
after that
pretty
is if
smart.
Rain Dance comes out, would it benefit the rest of his team? Besides, I'm sure Wellspring's here because it's Wellspring, but
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it'll boost the Ivy Cudgel, from the Ogerpon. Likely could let it kill the Torkoal. So the Rain Dance here would be good from Armando's side.
yeah.
And
All right,
and any
I said we
sort of
play. I
damage
said
on
we
the
play it out.
Ogerpon.
Let's see what goes on here.
Yeah. See what they decide to do here. A switch in the Arcanine.
Very smart switch from the sun with the sunny day on. I shot into this Ogerpon. Well, Cal is down to only Torkoal, and let's see if
Yeah, but we're
Eruption
gonna get a
Channel
full
comes up
power
with
eruption here.
a Bomba. Not enough.
Ooh,
He is a
okay,
fire
well-
type.
Yeah, fire and rock, dual resistance there.
Yeah. Volbeat's coming back out. We can look at a Rain Dance here. All right, yeah, that's the game. Yeah, yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty.
that'll
Yeah,
do
that was
it.
pretty convincing.
Yeah,
Alright.
the Torkoal almost got set up there, but the Rain Dance from the Volbeat was just it was
Switching Volbeat out
right
was
thing to
absolutely
do.
the best. That was a very smart play from Mr. Scrumptious Bread.
yeah. I guess just switching it out first to make sure it won't die from anything priority from the Ogerpon, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know if it gets anything priority, maybe like quick attack, but the Volbeat doing very well in this first game. Let's see what happens in game 2. See how they adapt. If you're Cal here, what do you bring to sort of counteract what just happened?
Knowing that lead that's coming out, I'd definitely go for a I actually kind of like Calyrex Ogerpon here. I wasn't too big on the Frostmoth opening, and nor do I think it has a lot of reward into this team, so I'd kind of stay away from that if I was Cal.
Yeah, the Frostmoth, I mean, we haven't really seen it fully set up yet, and it's died pretty quickly because the Quiver Dance only does special defense. So seeing Armando's team here, it looks mostly physical. I think you just don't bring it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frostmoth is pretty frail
I agree.
too.
And of course, keep Torkoal on keep Torkoal on bench. Get ready to pit for Sunny Day.
Yeah. As soon as that Volbeat goes down, I mean, the Torkoal is free to come in and do whatever it wants.
Alright, let's
No.
play this stuff. Woo woo!
Yeah, I think you lead Ogerpon here
Get
to
another one?
get rid of that Volbeat early. Let's see though.
Alright, we're seeing
Okay.
Calyrex. I don't disagree with this lead. Solid lead.
It's not terrible. The Volbeat is here. Can you pause? Okay. The issue with Calyrex though, that thing is quad weak to bug.
Oh, is it? Wait, it's psychic
It's
and what?
grass psychic.
Ooh.
I think. I'm like confident. Maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's
it
got
is.
psychic.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that thing is gonna die. Oh,
Yeah,
the thing is gonna die
as
of
we
Volbeat.
see Armando go for the Bug Buzz here into the Calyrex slot. No Protect coming out from it.
But you gotta have a lot of confidence in Cal's situation to just throw Calyrex out and see a
Yeah,
bug type and think, yeah, I'm fine.
I mean, maybe if he thought the Volbeat was going to Rain Dance here, as it did last game, because the Ogerpon would
That's fair
definitely like
considering
that.
it's a very similar setup. It's a big water type powerhouse with a Rain Dance. Yeah, that's completely fair.
I mean,
That being
the
said, you really, when you're that close to the sun, you really can't just keep going on.
yeah, so, I mean, let's see what happens this first turn. The Bug Buzz will take out the Calyrex.
Complete one-hit kill, quad weak in the end.
And the
Yeah.
knockoff onto the Farigiraf, just getting rid of the citrus entirely.
A little less bulky, which is all you really need to take care of Farigiraf. He's one good hit away from death.
Okay,
and
right here, I
really
mean,
attempt to
if
lead.
you're Cal, you need to stop this from getting out of hand too early. You know that the Volbeat was a huge problem last time, but also, I mean, you have this Ogerpon right next to you, threatening you with any sort of Ivy Cudgel into any of your Pokemon. I mean, I think if you're Cal here, I think he ran Protect on his Farigiraf last time, if I remember. Maybe
He
not,
did.
though.
No, he did.
I think you try and Protect here and just take out one of these Pokemon. I mean, the Sash is gone on the Volbeat now, so it is weak to whatever it's going to throw out.
That's true. That guy did more than it looked initially,
I
and
mean,
Ogerpon can
yeah.
definitely wipe one of these guys off the map.
Yeah, I think if you're Armando here, I think now's the time to set up the rain, if any, before this Volbeat goes down. Or if you want, you can try and Buzz on to the Farigiraf, maybe try and pick up the kill.
I disagree with Rain Dance. I think if Torkoal comes out, then Volbeat lost its last turn, and it did, and it's a do nothing challenge at success.
That's true.
Especially because Farigiraf is likely going to die.
Torkoal's there, but
no guarantee, but it's a threat. It's a threat that
I
you
can
gotta
see
keep
the idea of just picking up the KO on the Farigiraf being nice, but I feel like a Protect here from the Farigiraf is pretty clear.
I agree.
But let's see what happens.
Let's go. Rocket. Yeah, there's a Protect. Clear as day.
Let's see what Armando tries.
Ivy
Cudgel. Oh, it's just going to outspeed here. So no Prankster. Likely tried for the Bug Buzz. And the Ivy Cudgel going into the Farigiraf.
Yeah, big play.
Interesting.
Big turn for Cal here. Now we see Dragapult and Ogerpon Wellspring into full health Rock Ogerpon with Sturdy and Lil Farigiraf that doesn't have access to Protect. So we're gonna go with Farigiraf's dead this turn, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's living.
Dead or not, okay, not dead. We're in agreement he's off the field this turn, yes?
Yeah, I think maybe a switch into Torkoal could be pretty good here, but then again, you don't want to lose health on that Torkoal because of the Eruption. The Eruption's only as good as how high your HP is, so...
Absolutely.
I don't know if maybe Cal just wants to sack the Farigiraf here, potentially setting up the Trick Room in the process, if he can live.
I think it's smart, but I don't necessarily know how fast Farigiraf is, so I don't think he's gonna well, I think it's fair to say he's not outspeeding Wellspring and Dragapult, but he can certainly try.
The good news here for Farigiraf is it can't get hit by Ghost-type moves, because it is part Normal-type.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, I'd say the best thing for Armando here is just to make sure it doesn't get Trick Room off with the Ogerpon. Maybe an Ivy Cudgel here.
Alright, let's see how he stops Farigiraf.
Ooh, a Terra Fairy here. Will that help?
Really strong play to keep him on the field long enough to set up a Trick Room. Does he live? He lives just enough to pull up that Trick Room. Let's see it.
Nope, the Ivy Cudgel. There it is.
Oh, my bad. I forgot
Muffin. Oh, yeah, that's...
Sorry, I saw Ogerpon
by Armando there.
I saw Ogerpon.
Interesting idea to surf there from the Dragapult. I'm curious why. Maybe it was to heal the Ogerpon back to full with the Water Absorb.
It was like little interactions like that. I applaud the synergy. Big ups from me. But now Rotom Wash is out here, so we got two watery boys and two murderous and two Pokemon with real murderous intentions right there.
Armando still has an unrevealed Pokemon in the back. So it's really up to this Ogerpon here to sort of just sweep through the rest of Armando's team. I think we're going to see another Ivy Cudgel into the Dragapult to try and pick up that KO. It did 58% last turn, so I don't... Unless we see a Shadow Ball from the Rotom, that could also be the case. Maybe a Spiky Shield from the Ogerpon to make sure it doesn't get Ivy Cudgeled, and then a Shadow Ball into the...
Yeah, I think Spiky Shield sounds about right. We haven't seen one in a while, and
I think if you're Armando here...
Yeah, exactly. Muffin, rather. Let's say Muffin, for simplicity's sake.
Yeah, I think Armando just sort of wants to... I think you want to weaken that Ogerpon with an Ivy Cudgel if you can. Obviously, if it's Spiky Shields, it's not a huge problem. You just healed back up. Because this Rotom's not going to do much to the Ogerpon, especially if it Terra Waters here.
Yeah.
I don't know if Armando used his Terra here, but...
Armando has not used his Terra yet. We've seen a Fairy Terra from Cal. Armando still has a Terra to blow out.
Yeah. So I think this Ogerpon's the biggest threat to Armando here, so I think he'll want to target it.
Alright.
Let's see.
Let's see what we got. Throwing Ivy Cudgel and Dragapult. Just dead as day. Horn Leech
Ooh,
on
goes for the Horn
Rotom
Leech. Oh, and it takes out the Rotom. I think Armando's looking very good here.
Yeah, I know Ogerpon's good, but he's not a miracle worker.
Yeah, it looks like Armando can just sort of pick up the win here. Probably going to, well, maybe not Terra Water here because you don't want to be weak
I think
to
you'd want to protect
grass.
with Muffin just because if I'm Cal right now, I'm a little desperate. I'm gonna Horn Leech this thing. Muffin is getting Horn Leeched.
It could be the case here. Yeah, he's got to try something. I think we see a Spiky Shield first to bait out what Armando wants to do, and then probably a Horn Leech after that.
Linear
So
turn
let's
after.
just see.
That sounds fair. Let's see what we got.
But we see the Terra Water come out.
Going full water.
Interesting choice here. The Horn
And the
Leech will
Horn Leech
KO.
Horn Leech coming out on water. All right, and now he's full health. Sturdy is back. This could actually be really bad for Armando right here. With the defense forward, a 90 cudgel might do it.
No Intimidate on the Arcanine, and the Brick Break is going to take it out.
Wow, I completely lied. Ogerpon is a miracle worker. Ban this Mon. Thank you, and good night. All right, game 3. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't... that Terra Water from the Ogerpon sort of sealed it there. I don't know if it would have lived if it didn't Terra there. I think that might have cost Armando the game there. But, I mean, good job to Cal realizing his win condition and able to get that Sturdy off. Interesting how the Arcanine isn't running Intimidate. Maybe Rockhead with the Head Smash?
I would absolutely think Rockhead. Hisui and Arcanine is definitely known, Flare Blitz, Rockhead, spam like a cheap sandwich, win the game.
Yeah, that's true.
I know someone who says if you don't run Rockhead on Arcanine, you are playing the game wrong.
I'd say there's different ways to play, but
there's different ways to play for sure, and that's why this is a good game.
All right. Well, we're heading into game 3. Cal pulling off the comeback there at the end. I think if you're Armando, you stick with your game plan. It didn't really go wrong last time. You know, you had a freak accident at the end there. I think the Volbeat is still a problem for Cal's team here.
I agree, especially with Sash. It has some good staying power. This thing will not lead.
I mean,
this thing is not going to
You've seen the Farigiraf lead every game from Cal, so maybe if you're Armando here, you go for maybe the Arcanine, maybe, or at least put some pressure on early.
If we want some pressure early, I would actually. With the idea of pressure, I'm surprised we haven't seen Corviknight come out a little earlier. Even though Torkoal is a threat, he goes pretty well against everything else on the team.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. I'm surprised Cal didn't bring the Torkoal to
Last
game 2,
right?
But
yeah, I'm a little shocked by that.
I'd be surprised if he didn't bring it this game, especially with how poorly the Rotom did last game. I feel like you just bring the Torkoal to apply that pressure. Try and get your Trick Room up this time with the Farigiraf.
That is... 2 Mons being irrelevant getting one shot is what you get when you throw the 2 people who drafted Ogerpon against each other.
Yeah, well, 2 of 3, by the way.
2 of 3.
There's 3 Ogerpons out here.
Who's got the third, by the way? I'm
Joe.
Scared. Joe, that's right. The one who drafted like a human, I forgot.
Yeah. Alright, now let's head into game 3 here.
Alright, let's take a look at these leads. Alright, we're seeing a Calyrex lead. Interesting, given that it got exploded last time with a pretty consistent lead that is Volbeat, who shows up again.
Let's pause. Yeah.
That's a nice.
Okay, we're back in this situation.
A lot to unpack here.
Yeah. Last time we saw the Volbeat outspeed and kill the Calyrex immediately. So I feel if you're Cal here, you either
you gotta
if you have it.
Leave.
Yeah, if you have Protector, you click it. Otherwise, you switch. I mean, if you have the Farigiraf, I mean, even so, that's weak. Maybe the Torkoal. You don't want to lose health on it, though. I will say you want that Volbeat to go down. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Ivy Cudgel into it this turn.
I agree.
And then if you're Armando, you could just try and Rain Dance Liquidation again, although 2 grass types on the field isn't very
Wait,
helpful.
that's a rock Ivy Cudgel, right?
Yes.
I
So
mean, hey,
he's
if you
super effective.
we know that's a Terra type water. If you throw this into Titan, it's taking super effective regardless.
No, rock's not weak. Water's not weak to rock.
It's not, but rock's thinking water.
Yeah, no, rock. No, so
Water is
rock
super
is
effective
weak
on
to
rock.
water. It's okay. I'll get this.
No!
Rock is weak to water. Water is neutral. Like rock is neutral against water.
Play the lead, man. I don't know. I hate this game.
All right, let's see what happens.
Protect. Okay.
From the
So
Titan.
Armando might have the same mindset I.
The Ivy Cudgel is gonna bring it down to Sash.
Ivy
What did
Cudgel's
this
gonna bring it down.
Calyrex do?
Stays on the field again.
Another.
Truly a dazzling play of intellect from Cal.
You'd have to wonder. I mean, you've seen the focus sash on the Volbeat several times now.
That's tragic.
You just gotta wonder what he was
must
thinking.
have been thinking, oh, this is the scenario I'm in last time. He thinks I'm gonna bring out Calyrex. What if I don't? And then he didn't. And now, I don't know what. Yeah, okay.
And Rotom.
I'm guessing he probably thought that the Volbeat wouldn't go bug buzz
It's truly an
again.
interesting choice here from Cal. I don't think he's out of it anyways, especially from last game. We've seen this.
Yeah.
I mean, this Ogerpon does very well right now. The Titan and the Volbeat are scared of an Ivy Cudgel here. I'm surprised we didn't see any sort of protection on that Calyrex. Even a Terra would have gone a long way there.
Or even
But
even packing a focus sash in the team builder.
Yeah, let's see how he recovers from this. I'd say.
Yeah, Volbeat's coming out as expected. Ice Shard's coming out on the rock. That'll be
does a lot of damage.
very solid chunk. I'm expecting to see that next turn if Rotom Wash doesn't kill, and I doubt he will.
Just a
Yeah,
Volt
that's it.
Switch there. Gonna switch out into
Good Volt Switch,
Calvasmon,
though.
which is the Frostmoth.
Frostmoth! Okay, let's see a Quiver Dance and Frostmoth sweep? Question mark? Yes.
Yeah, but I mean the Ogerpon is now in danger of being in Ice Shard range. I think you see a spiky shield from the Ogerpon.
Absolutely.
And I don't
Every
know
day,
what you
every
do
day
with
of the
this-
month.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with this Frostmoth here, because I mean if you're trying to set up a Quiver Dance, this
Ogerpon's not really. He's not in a healthy state to support that. So Frostmoth is in
you
grave
can
danger.
just Ivy Cudgel and like I don't know what you really do about it, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't be surprised to see an Ice Shard Ivy Cudgel from Armando here and a Spiky Shield and maybe what do you do as Cal here? It's quite interesting. Maybe just to protect from the Frostmoth, but then you're not doing anything that turn. Well, I feel like Cal's in kind of a bad situation here. Let's see what he does.
Absolutely. All right, give it to me. I think we are seeing a Spiky Shield. Oh, all right.
Water here.
Yeah. The
Makes
aspect.
sense.
Ice Shard's
The
coming
Ice
out
Shard,
again.
yep, gonna pick it up. No Spiky Shield from the Ogerpon, just gonna go down. And we see the Terra Water Ivy Cudgel gonna pick up the KO, and all Cal has left is this Rotom against 4 of Armando's Pokemon.
Does Cal have a
It's
Terra
all
left or
good
no?
here.
It's kind of scary.
Does Cal have a Terra left or no? I'm pretty sure he does.
He does. I don't know what Terra he has on this Rotom. It's likely not gonna matter.
Likely not gonna
this-
matter. I do say let it rip. Kyle, show me what you got.
We have dual stab Water Ivy Cudgel. That could kill even with not very effective damage here.
Unless
and then
you've
plus
got
we
that Terrifier, baby! Come on, Overwatch, show me the money!
Alright, let's see what he does. It's looking like curtains, though.
Protect! Okay, wait on it. He's waiting on the he's a little shy. The Terrifier's gonna come out in a bit.
It's not... I mean, yeah, we see the Hornleech and the Ice
Blocks the
Shard.
Hornleech,
The Hornleech has picked up the KO before.
No Terra. A little bold choice from Cal here.
And that's
And
just
the
gonna do
Hornleech
it.
is gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, that'll do it. Armando takes the set 2-1 there.
Makes the set
We saw
Zulu has
some-
really strong leads, and Cal's I want to say Cal definitely lost due to lacking awareness of certain threats and when he was in kill range.
I think the issue with the issue there for Cal was just not identifying which of his Pokemon were threats against Armando's team. I mean, that Torkoal.
I agree too.
I mean, I know the Ogerpon is there, but I mean, if you're Torkoal in the sun, that Ogerpon's still in
like
danger.
you're gonna pop off. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, and I mean that Armor Tail from the Frigoraph was playing a lot into that second game.
Yeah.
I feel like if he just got his Trick Room set working, it would have done a lot. But we see Armando correcting his mistake from the first game, or the second game rather, and able to get, pick up the win.
Yeah. Overall, really well played by Armando.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And let's head into our next set.
Alright, what's the next set? Who are these two? Delta with Pride by Gold? Okay!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Here we go.
Versus Signussi, a proud member of Hofstra Pride who is not here with us right now. May he rest in peace.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's like I can still hear him. All right,
Yeah.
let's look at these.
It's like he's in the room with us.
Over here we have Jewel Signatures, Jabba the Hutt, Boa Hancock, Cruise Missile. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know if that's their names right now.
What's up?
We don't know if that's their names right now.
Hey, knowing Jewel, he's limited to a few creative bones. I think he kind of busted all of them, making the name Jabba the Hutt for Gastrodons.
Do you think he's changed his team from the first week?
No, he did not. I know that for a fact because Tornadus is here.
Alright, well, let's see.
Oh, wait, Thunderous, excuse me, sorry. Sorry, I don't like mid. I just don't remember their names.
It's okay. You were right about Tornadus at least being here. He's on Denny's team, though.
Yeah!
I feel like you obviously are going to see a Tailwind sort of sweeping team from Denny here.
Absolutely, especially with some speedy powerhouses like
you have
Mousy Boy.
You have Chi-Yu, Mousehold, Cloth. You've got Crocodile and Worse Weavile. Haha. All right. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you're Jewel here, you wanna bulk out with the Gastrodon.
I'm gonna let the awkward silence sink in after you said Worse Weavile. Just.
And I think besides, I mean, if you can get rid of that Tornadus, the Infernape looks quite good into this team. Fighting and Fire hits super effectively on all 5 of Cygnus's other Pokemon, and I know Infernape is speedy. So I think if you're Jewel, that's what you want to do. Let's see what we do though.
I don't see anything on Jewel's team that has taunts that can stop Tornadus from getting Tailwind up. Regardless, let's rock. Yep, Jabba the Hutt here.
Jabba the Hutt coming out.
Oh my god, as always! Going into House of Mouse and Order of the Crab.
Order of the Crab, yes.
No Tornadus from Denny here. An interesting choice. You see the Cloth here as well.
Hunter, when you see Cloth, what do you think Cloth is going to do, Hunter?
I believe it has an ability that increases its stats when it gets hit by something.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called.
It gets a shell smash, basically, Anger Shell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking to the voices.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't hear them, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's so real.
So I mean, Jewel doesn't have a terrible matchup here. I mean, the Kingambit can probably kill either of the Pokemon on the field right now with maybe a fighting move like a Brick Break or a Kowtow Cleave can even do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And
he definitely threatens a lot. And
not only that, but this Gastrodon has Water type onto that Cloth as well. So I think Jewel's in a better situation here.
Absolutely, I agree.
I'm surprised no Tornadus from Cygnus though. And I mean, you were right about no taunt users, but even still, this Tornadus has Prankster, meaning that Tailwind's going up whether you like it or not.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Jewel doesn't have any Prankster of his own to deal with that. Completely fine.
Yeah. So let's see.
I'm curious what happens here. Let's roll it.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and set up the Anger Shell. Yep.
With Hyper Fang from Denny. So there's a really strong lead from Denny. He's synergizing his own Hyper Fang to break Cloth's little armor ability, and now he is a offensive menace, like a Shuckle with more investment, who is only Rock type.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we paused here. we see this cloth now set up with a 2x speed boost from the Trailblaze that killed the Gastrodon. I feel like if you're Jewel here, you want to make sure that this cloth dies. It's -1 defense. A Mach Punch will definitely do the trick here. If he's running it.
I would definitely assume Infernape to be running it, given it's one of his better, for lack of a better word, utility attacking moves.
I mean, I don't think Cloth is very fast in general too, so I mean, it could just be faster.
Yeah, I would argue. I would think it's.
I wouldn't risk that if I'm Jewel.
Sorry, Luffy. I would think Luffy is faster. I would definitely think Luffy is faster. Let's see what.
And also,
Gambit,
I
not
mean,
so sure.
Not only that, but you have Sucker Punch on Kingambit. Like it's not over if you're Jewel here. Is what I'm trying to say. I think you're gonna see probably a Pop Bomb from the Mousehold and some sort of attacking move from the Cloth. So let's see what happens.
All right, let's rock it. Rockin' and roll it. Big follow me from House of Mouse. He's willing to sacrifice life for Cloth right here.
The Vacuum Wave comes out.
Big move from Luffy.
Sacrifice. Let's see what the crab does.
Trailblazing, Zoro.
Interesting. Going to set up more speed on the Kingambit, but the Cowtelly Cleave is just gonna take it out.
Yeah, it's more speed on the Cloth. What Cloth? It's dead. Lympha.
Yeah, let's take a pause here. I mean, if you're Jewel, you're loving the situation you're in.
That's true.
This Chen Pao is definitely running Focus Sash, but I mean, if you think that Chen Pao's gonna do anything, you can just I mean, I guess it's you see Jewel running Vacuum Wave over Mach Punch, interestingly. Because Vacuum Wave, I think the Vacuum Wave is the special version, so maybe this Infernape's actually specially focused, which wouldn't be surprising.
Be very interesting. I don't usually see special Infernape. That's a treat to see.
No, it's special and physical are actually equal.
They're equal, yeah. I just normally see his move pool's better physically. IMO. He says.
Yeah, but I mean, in this situation, you love to have priority with Vacuum Wave, and you still have this Kingambit on the field, threatening an iron or a steel type move rather into the Chen Pao as well.
Yeah.
I think if you're Jewel, you may just want to protect the Infernape just to see what Denny wants to do here. Even a dual protect here, just to see what Denny's doing.
Just to gauge it out, yeah. Because, especially because if you're in Jewel's position, you have time. You have a you have a 1 Pokemon lead, and you have a big type advantage on field right now on both ends.
Yeah, so I mean, I think maybe if you're Jewel here, you may want to target the Crocodile just purely because you're weak to ground with both your Pokemon.
Yeah.
Especially if this thing's running Stopping Tantrum, you may not want to protect because that'll double the power of the move.
That's true.
But let's see what they both decide to do here. This is a pretty critical turn from both players.
All right. Well, we see. I don't think Jewel's gonna go for a double protect though. Sacred Sword coming out. Zoro is dead. Luffy is a very sad protagonist right now, and we do see the sash on the Chen Pao.
No damage on the Crocodile. An interesting choice. The high horsepower is going to pick up the KO, and all of a sudden, Denny swung this back into his favor. Now we have the Moxie and the Life Orb on this Crocodile.
Now we have. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. He had Ryder on his first team. He did not change his team from the first week. That is actually correct.
Yeah.
Things don't look too good
I
for
mean,
Raiden.
now I mean this game is just now flipped on its head. Both of Jewel's main damage dealers are gone. We now have this +1 Crocodile on the field, threatening just any rock type move onto the Thunderous. It's not looking great.
Jewel still has a Terra question mark? I think he does. I'm pretty sure he does.
We could see a Terra here, maybe a Terra Electric or something. I mean, even if he Terras here, he's gonna want to target, I think, the Crocodile.
Absolutely.
I mean, this attack is a dangerous situation, but also this Chen Pao is fast, you know? So I don't know if it's gonna outspeed, but we're gonna have to see how this plays out. It's very interesting.
Alright, let's see what Jewel decides to do with Raiden. And never mind.
Alright.
We talked for nothing. Cool. All right, Chen Pao, my goat.
Yeah, I think that just not. I mean, losing both your Pokemon on that turn from Jewel just interesting play. I'm unsure why his Pokemon went down like that. Maybe he's just EV'd poorly.
Me too.
But I guess we'll take it into game 2 here. All right. I mean, if you're Jewel here, you had a good situation there. You don't really want to change up your strategy too much. But we see the Barraskewda here over the Gastrodon.
We see the cruise missile here.
And we see the same lead from Denny. So we're probably gonna see the same first turn from Denny as we saw last game with the Trailblaze.
Hyper Fang.
The Super Fang.
Super Fang, excuse me.
So I mean, if you're Jewel here, I feel like you just sort of, if you want to try and kill the crab quickly enough, you know, maybe.
I think he has the capability to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know after the Anger Shell after Cloth gets its boost, you know, whether the Barraskewda is still faster. Because if so, then I mean, you know, a flip turn would do very well here. Either way, you're likely going to see a Trailblaze from the crab. So I mean, a switch to Infernape, or even a Thunderous switch here would be pretty valuable.
I'm a big fan of an Infernape switch here. That is if he has flip turn.
And now that you sort of know what he's going for, I mean, even attacking like with an Iron Head from the King Gambit will do a lot here. But let's see what he decides to do.
He's gonna protect with the King Gambit in anticipation for Trailblaze to hit. Oh! Close combat's the mouse, and that is it! Cruise missile faster than Tandem Mouse, and that will just do it! Trailblaze coming out.
That'll take that out. Trailblaze is... Alright, so a trade at the start of this game, I feel like is beneficial for Jewel here. Although,
I agree. Bringing
out the Gastrodon is an interesting choice, especially against this Trailblaze that you just saw.
He is the Long Island Gastrodons. He's repping his people.
I mean, you see Cygnus bringing out the Chen Pao, obviously knowing that the King Gambit no longer has Protect, just can easily just Sacred Sword into that slot, with no harm there. And this crab, I mean, it's a Cloth. It's not super dangerous here, but you don't want to get it, you know, you don't want it to set up. I mean, you're probably going to see a Trailblaze into the Gastrodon and a Sacred Sword into the King Gambit here. So,
and Protect is down, so if I'm Denny here, I'm locked in on that King Gambit.
Yeah, I think you lock in there as Denny, and I'm interested to see how Jewel's going to play around this, really. Maybe a Terra from the Gastrodon to keep it alive. That's probably the best idea you got right now. But let's see what he decides to do.
If I'm Jewel, I'm terroring. I know Jewel. He is intelligent. He's a big brain player.
And the Trailblaze comes out and takes the KO, just immediately.
Jewel, what the fuck?
And the Sacred Sword will take up the KO on the King Gambit, and
Boa Hancock from One Piece enters the ring.
You know, that would be great. A great switch into a Sacred Sword, perhaps. You know, perhaps if Jewel had switched out into the Gardevoir, it wouldn't have taken a lot of damage from Sacred Sword.
But you see, he's actually playing it chronologically because in One Piece, Luffy and Zoro are the first two characters you meet. And
let's just continue the battle here. And we have
Boa Hancock is a character you meet in Chapter 500. It's a character you meet in Chapter 500.
Crocodile would do really well here. Obviously, for the crab, you're gonna just probably.
Boa Hancock would not show up earlier because the series had to progress before Boa Hancock would show up.
For that, so we're gonna see what happens here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see what happens.
I mean, it looks like Danny's gonna pick up, just clean up this game here. The Trailblaze comes out, and it looks like as long as the
what is happening?
The Chen Pao literally does anything, it looks to be the trick comes out.
The trick comes out. What the hell? No, hold on, wait. J-Maz walked in. Oh, go previous turn. I gotta show J-Maz this. This is wonderful. This is Jewel versus Denny.
It's really
Oh
funny.
lord.
No,
So
just the
yeah,
last
I
one.
mean,
Okay, yeah, we're gonna show the full game. Okay,
Signa's
so it
picking up
starts
the
with the
win
Trailblazer.
there.
Okay, no, not the whole game, just previous
Looking
story.
to
Yeah.
set 2-0.
So Secret Source came out. This happened last game too. So this guy has full awareness that Boa Hancock exists and will come out, but because the series is chronological, she comes out after Zoro dies, which happens in the series. And she takes
We
Anger
don't
Shell,
talk about one-
Trailblaze, and it's last Pokemon on the field. What do?
Yes.
You want to kill one of these? Yes? No. You have Anger Shell. You are popping off, and what do?
So yeah, an interesting move there by Jewel. It's a trick.
And then George Shop kills the game, just like Boa Hancock in One Piece.
well,
She can
that-
throw the shop and
that'll
she
do it
dies.
for
Alright,
that
J-Man's get out of my room.
Cygnus picks up the win, 2-0. Over Jewel. You know, it seemed like the set could have gone either way if Jules just made the right plays, but Cygnus just able to choose his options correctly and pull it out.
I think that was rightfully Jules' game and that Denny stole it.
He tricked a choice item for a choice item. The
Alright.
second.
Yeah. This was so funny.
Alright, now we're heading into my set against Rev here.
You could skip the set. I mean, no. Game 2 is pretty funny.
Who's this
Because-
Hunter?
Sorry, I think I'm hearing a voice in the back of my head.
What voice?
I'll just
Everyone's
ignore
mute.
it for
Hold
now.
on, wait. I'm gonna unmute all the voices, and I want to hear. Hold on. I'm muting all the voices. Say what you voice. Speak again in 3, 2, 1 now.
No.
Banana bread.
Alright, that's a pretty cool voice. Alright, I'll leave. You're all
And
getting
you
muted
didn't
again.
enjoy, man. You a fucking.
Alright. This is
Alright,
why I
back
muted the
to
voices.
set here.
So who's this 16K guy, and what does he give 16,000 of?
You know, he likes the number 16, and K is the start of his last name, and that's exactly why.
Top answer on the board was bitches. He has 16K bitches.
I was so close to saying that, I'm not lying. I just didn't want to say it.
That's tragic.
Alright, we have, so, I mean, looking at this team comp,
Take it.
I think if you're Rev here, the
I'll
Heatran
find
is
it.
pretty good into
I'll
this
get him
team.
in a bit.
Okay, thank you. I
Yep.
want to unplug mine because
Oh, we're having a good
Alright,
outside.
no problem. Yeah,
interference.
Mippy stole my Switch dock. I am in pain. Anyway.
Hi, Mippy.
Alright, if
What?
you're, since this is my set, I'll let you take control of Rev here. What do you do here, looking at
If
my
I'm
team?
Rev here, okay, what I'm doing is my opener. Looking at this team. This is the freest Rillaboom Heatran of my life because I picked these two because I love winning. So I will throw out the winning duo and then things will happen. Watch this. Play.
Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, no, go ahead, I guess. I'll explain my lead as it happens.
Okay, now pause. Kyle, what the hell are you doing? You have two winners and you picked two losers. You buffoon, you fool. What does instruct do again?
I think it copies stat changes.
No,
Or no, it lets someone move twice in a
Use their
turn.
move.
Yeah.
Another time.
What the fuck?
Oh, so
So,
kind of
yeah,
like
no,
Rally
it
Wing
lets,
from
it
Thousand
lets,
Your Door?
so it's not like you get to use two different moves, you just get to use the same move twice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
It's an interesting move. I think it has potential.
Yeah, Crabominable definitely has the potential with that, with a double close combat or a double
Ice Hammer.
hammer,
yeah.
And then who also gets Trick Room too.
I do like Crabominable. He is a cool mon.
The voices are telling me it gets Trick Room too, by the way.
What voices? They're all muted. You should do the same.
Oh wait, that's actually a great idea. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, they are silenced.
That's awesome. We took our meds. We took our.
Yeah. My normal pills are in now.
Oh, the normal pills are in. Yeah, that's so real.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we'll continue to just show. My
Yeah,
lead
continue.
here.
Now I just took a piss, so let's see what happens. I'm back to watch this. All right, we see Coke and Dr. Pepper hit the field versus Mondays and Jess Crab.
So
Okay, so
my idea here was just I know that Rev's team sort of revolves around his Clefairy, because that Pokemon is really good in doubles because its ability lessens the damage on its partner. And also Clefairy is really tanky.
okay.
So I led Scizor because I have a set here where Bullet Punch just kills.
That's pretty cool. That I also it's odd too because if I'm Kyle here, the Rillaboom was just a yes, it's good Lamau, But Heatran actually has merit against this team, because against Dragonite, Arcanine, most of your Mons, it fits pretty damn well, especially into these two. Melodic, the only thing it struggles against is Melodic, which is a pretty fair assumption for a lead, but nonetheless, I think Heatran is a very good
Yeah, I led Arcanine because, I mean, like, a lot of his main attackers are physical. I mean, the Crab, the Ice Cube has Belly Drum, and the Rillaboom. And the Arcanine matched up well into all three, so I thought it was just a valuable throw out here. What do you do if you're Rev here? What are you thinking?
If I'm Rev here, I'm not going to lie, I am scared shitless for my Crab right now.
Not a bad assumption, I will say. I
see something that has access to fighting type moves and something that has access to fire type moves, and I am scared for my Crab's life right now.
Yeah, I see this lead. I think, the only thing that really threatens me is Crab right now, because it could carry Fire Punch to hit my Scizor. So I want to weaken this thing as much as possible, so I think I go for a burn here with Will-O-Wisp. Because I'm not sure if a Flare Blitz will kill from here.
I think a Flare Blitz could kill.
And
unless
I
Oranguru
just sort
sets
of
up a screen with higher speed than Arcanine or Scizor, which I doubt, but it's an option.
And I just sort of freely U-turn into the Oranguru slot. Because if it switches out, I'm able to switch out. Because I know I'm going to be faster than the Crabominable. So I think either way, just a U-turn there. I can kill the Oranguru if it stays in, but if it doesn't, it's no harm, no foul.
That's true. Alright, let's see what happens turn 1. I'm interested now. Oh, yeah, and Intimidate. I forgot about that part. Will-O-Wisp coming out. The Crab stays out. That's crazy to me. Oranguru gets U-turned and dies instantly. That I did not expect. Like, actually, I didn't expect it. Because every time I see U-turn one-shot, my eyes widen. I do not expect that move to one-shot anyone. Personally.
Yeah, so now the Clefairy comes out, and I have Lecky set up. I think this was Terra... Oh, what Terra did I run? I think I ran Terra Ground for the Heatran.
Regardless of your Terra, I definitely say this field is in your favor right now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to want to maybe switch back into the Scizor here to get more pressure on the Clefairy. But actually, I don't remember quite what I do here. I think maybe I just sort of Thunderbolt the Crab and Flare Blitz. I think I just double into it, but I'm not totally sure. I'm not in a lot of danger, though, because that thing is burned and intimidated, so I think I'm assuming it's switching out this turn, actually.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, that's fair. I would assume it's switching out as well. I do want to see... I really can't get behind what's happening in Kyle's team right. I like it. My brain is too small. My brain cells are fighting. Both my brain cells are fighting for first place, and who's gonna take charge of talking about Kyle's team right now? I'm in a super interesting spot right here.
Yeah, I think you switch and follow me here just to like not have pressure on whatever comes in, and hopefully you're able to just maybe if it's the Rillaboom or the Heatran, just.
I do think a switch into Heatran would warrant not needing to use a follow me.
Yeah, I feel like you just sort of need to reposition here to get yourself into a better situation.
Anything's a better situation than this right now.
Yeah.
This Crab staying on the field helps no one. This is taking up a slot that can be used for any other Mon that has functioning movesets and stats.
Yeah, so, I mean, I actually don't remember what happens this turn, so I'm curious.
Let's see. We're seeing a Protect from Regieleki. What's... interesting. At E-Speed coming out to hit the Crab, just barely taking a chunk out of it. This kind of makes sense given that you're in a position where you don't really have to do anything. Oh, but the EQ might... not doing as much. Yeah, intimidate burn. That makes sense. That's no damage. That's a negative damage. If I'm Kyle here, I realize I need to switch this thing out. It's kind of stinky. It's stinking up the place.
Yeah, I guess the protect was just to make sure the crab didn't really do much to me. I think now it's definitely in Flare Blitz range. I probably just click Flare Blitz in that spot, and then I don't know what I do with Lecky here. Maybe I just go for a Thunderbolt. Still, we're sort of in the same situation as we've been. The Earthquake isn't doing anything because
if we're in the same situation, I'd say we just play it out. There's not a lot to talk about right now. Besides, instead of a Thunderbolt, we're seeing a Volt Switch. This could be really big. Lecky's coming out, and Decidueye's coming back in. And yeah, that is Flare Blitz range, and Crab goes down. I think Kyle's very okay with that, realistically.
Yeah, I mean, he gets a free switch into whatever he wants. He's got this full health Clefairy nearly.
And Ding Dong! Ding Dong the Rillaboom.
So he's definitely not out of it yet. This is a really bad matchup for the Rillaboom right now, though. He can't really threaten.
And he can use Follow Me again. If I'm him, I see a Follow Me, and Rillaboom has to have a way to deal with this Arcanine, or things are gonna get hairy pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's either, you know, I think here I just sort of, I think he's probably gonna protect with the Clefairy, so I just sort of, I think I Flare Blitz and U-turn, and I'm fine with whatever happens.
That's completely fair.
If they both goes into the Clefairy, like, it doesn't really bother me. So, I think I double up into the Rillaboom.
Alright.
Not only that, because I also know that...
Can you move? Are you sure you can move before the Rillaboom?
I mean, if it ends up Grassy Gliding or U-turning, it doesn't really do much to me. I'm gonna be honest.
That's true. Alright, no, Grassy Glide and U-turn is not threatening. Let's see. What happened? Let's see this U-turn.
I think I double into the Rillaboom slot. Oh no, I Terra Steel. Okay.
Terra Steel, and I'm expecting a Bullet Punch here onto the Fairy with that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, follow me into it. And it dies.
Yeah, and then here, I mean, it's... Yeah, the Drain Punch hurts, but like, it's...
Yeah.
It's kind of curtains here.
Yeah. If we see... He can't deal with Arcanine, from what I'm seeing, so that's another Flare Blitz
down to Lecky.
That's fair. Like I said, Rocky Helmet.
It gets hit by Rocky, gets burnt, and that does it.
Burn's certainly a safer option here.
Yeah. I just didn't want him healing with Drain Punch on my Scizor, so...
Yep, protecting,
just assuming he's going to try and go for a kill on the Arcanine.
Yeah, there's only a chance to win the game back. Oh, he hits the Regieleki, giving him the health to sustain a little more.
Yeah, but I think the Thunderbolt plus E-Speed combo just sort of kills here.
Yeah, Thunderbolt E-Speed definitely kills, especially with the burn.
Yeah.
He's got 2, and show me that burn! Drain Punch. Never mind.
Yeah, but Rocky Helmet.
I like the Rocky Helmet on the A9. He's deceptively bulky. I really don't expect him to last as long as he does.
Yeah, it's the Intimidate that helps it stay bulky, you know?
Oh, that's smart.
So I mean, if he's, you know, if I build him as a physical tank, I might as well throw Rocky Helmet on it.
That's true.
That's smart.
I like that. Do a smart boy hunter.
I think you usually put a different, usually use like either safety goggles or boots if you think they're gonna run a weather team, but because a lot of these teams in these drafts don't really have that, I can just sort of run whatever I want.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
After Hail's gone, the only thing that really like does damage to you is Sandstorm, yeah?
Yeah. I think it's Sandstorm and I guess entry hazards.
Huh.
You know, but that's not
you're not seeing hazards. You're not seeing that in doubles. That's not too common.
All right. So after that first game, what do you do as Rev here?
As Rev, I'm definitely a little more scared of this Scizor, given that I can one-shot my Oranguru. And Rillaboom was serving a little bit. I just want to have it with a little more bulky front line, someone to go alongside it. So Unironically, I would actually say Rillaboom Heatran here. I don't like Oranguru at the front, given that Caesar is pretty comfortable at the front, and that it can... Yeah, I just don't like Oranguru too much. It's been threatened too much, and Crabominable didn't really do much of anything. I wouldn't want to see him again. Especially because if in VGC, if I see Dragonite, I'm thinking, I wonder what he will do, and then he gets a giant white crystal on his head, and starts outspeeding everything, and then everything dies.
Yeah. I think here I'm like more like I know he has the option of Ice Q, but I think that Heatran is gonna come, and my counter that was Dragonite, so I think I lead with Dragonite Arcanine here, as a way to just counter whatever he leads with, assuming the Heatran comes out.
Okay.
And I could be very wrong and could have not lead.
You would have countered me for sure, because I'm a fan of Rillaboom Heatran. All right, let's see it. Or even Clefable Heatran. Clefable Rillaboom, that was actually solid. And Crabominable comes out again! Why, Lord in Heaven, why?
To be fair, if I lead with Dragonite here, it's pretty good for him.
That's true.
I don't know if I do that.
Unless he gets a glowing crystal on his head and starts going at Mach 2. Then that's pretty bad. Ooh, Melodic's out here. The one scenario where you wouldn't want Heatran out is it has arrived.
Yeah, so I do remember this from this game. The first thing I noticed is that this thing is holding an air balloon.
Yes.
And that is not good for me.
Yeah, so you want to pop this immediately. I definitely pop it with
Yeah.
well,
my counter
Flash
to
Fire.
this
I'm assuming
Heatran
Flash Fire.
was Stomping Tantrum Dragonite, so I think, oh, this balloon needs to go. So I'm pretty sure this turn I protect with Arcanine and just Scald the Heatran to try and pop it. Because this Milotic is pretty safe here. If there's a switch into Rillaboom, like fine, I can switch out. I have
like
ways
that.
of dealing with it, but
Yeah, I like that. I definitely like a Scald into Heatran here because I don't want to risk. Is Flash Fire the only skill he has besides pressure?
yeah, I think he might get another ability, but like Flash Fire is the only one that is like good to run. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. All right, let's see it happen. So right here we got a protect coming up from Arcanine, and protect from our boy over there. Scald not quite gonna pop the balloon through protect. And a Thunder Punch.
Yeah, he actually reads me quite well here, and gets a Thunder Punch off on the Milotic, but with the Intimidate, that's not doing much to my Milotic.
Yeah, especially because Milotic is naturally pretty beefy.
Yeah, I think I just pretty much do the same thing again, but this time I just go for a burn.
Knowledge of no protect? Yeah, do the same thing. Why not? And you can Will-O-Wisp Crabominable again. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think I'm free to just sort of Will-O-Wisp that slot. If a Rillaboom comes in, that's very good for me. If he gets burnt,
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? What do you think you do as Rev here?
Tragic, it misses.
Yeah.
If I'm Rev here, I want to wait. I'm curious what other move he has because I want to wait to deal with the Arcanine. Because I know he doesn't have protect. And the balloon pops, and what do we have? You what?
Yeah, that was tragic when that happened. So my Milotic outspeeds the Crab, so it's able to pop the balloon before the Earthquake comes out.
Oh no! So that's the fourth move Crab has, and it can deal with Arcanine. However,
yeah, it unfortunately just does not. Not me missing the burn probably caused that to kill.
I was gonna say that too. You missing Will-O-Wisp was actually so good there.
I know, it's quite funny. I think it actually helped me to.
Holy, this is the Clown Fiesta. I love this.
Heatran to die. And with the Heatran down, I feel very comfortable here.
That's peak.
I think this turn I want to switch Arcanine out to keep Intimidate just in the back in case I need it.
That's smart, especially against these two rather intimidating physical attackers. Intimidating. Get it.
I think I have a pretty good switch into.
If you get it, laugh.
Dragonite. So
I hate you.
I think I just do that, and then I don't know. Remember what I do with my Milotic? I think I just sort of protect this turn just to stall it out, get a reposition into my Dragonite.
Completely fair. Milotic's good at that. And if you are switching him out to get another Intimidate, you might as well stall. Another.
Yeah.
Keeping the resources you have to diminish his
What do
even
you think
further.
Rev should do here?
What do I think Rev should do here?
Yeah.
Well, without knowledge of you protecting, I would love to Grassy Glide this thing, but it's melodic. It's a very naturally a very stally and immortal Pokemon. It could protect. If it doesn't protect, it's probably gonna recover. So I'm pretty scared of it. So I would actually I'd be okay doubling down on the Arcanine here. I'm assuming it's gonna switch because I think not double down. If Rillaboom has Protect, and I'm sure he does, I would Protect with Rillaboom and throw Crab at Arcanine. One or the other. I'm okay protecting one and throwing the other and just flipping a coin here, personally.
Yeah.
I'm not in the best spot, so if I gotta flip a coin to get out of it, I'll do it.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, let's see.
Alright. The Arcanine's gonna use Protect.
Right.
And, yeah. And Melodic's gonna use Recover. So your tempo is completely staying. Thunder Punch is slamming
that was
Melodic.
actually more of a just to like I think that was more of just like a scouting sort of thing to see what he would do.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe he'd switch out into like Clefairy or something. I wasn't totally sure, so I just sort of protected and recovered just to see what he would do. The U-turn's interesting there.
I'm a fan of switching up Abominable, actually. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I think now it's the turn I switch out Arcanine. I just wasn't sure what move he'd throw into my Arcanine, so I didn't want to switch into something that would take like a super effective hit, you know?
I didn't even switch an Oranguru if he took it.
I'm pretty sure Clefairy's his last mon here.
Okay.
If
Thanks
that
for the
helps
spoiler.
Oh, my fault. My fault.
It is your fault, and you should feel bad. Alright, play it out. I think he should get. I think he should pull Crabominal out of it. He does not. We're seeing a Protect from Melodic, and see, this is the turn I expected to happen last turn. With this happen, I would be okay doubling down into a Scizor, but alas. No fire. We don't have fire type move, so even with the double down, I'm sure he'd stay alive.
Yeah, I know that after last game, this Rillaboom is petrified. Like it knows it dies to a U-turn here, so I'm pretty sure I have close combat on this Scizor, and I'm just gonna hit the crab.
Crabominal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rillaboom's gonna use Protect. You get huge tempo off of this end. Melodic could. I'd even say Melodic can switch out of here, and you could push your lead.
That's true. We could see a switch into Arcanine. I don't remember exactly what I do here, without, or at least with the Milotic slot. I'm pretty sure I attacked the crab though.
All right, let's see.
We can play it out.
Yeah, but if not Protect, U-turn was absolutely a really good play. Great idea, but and then again, I assume we're still gonna see a C. Oh, you opt to U-turn the Rillaboom. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
that makes sense.
hindsight is 20/20 after.
Yeah, I mean that still makes sense there. You can pause if you'd like. Because I mean, you know, I can kill the Rillaboom, or if it switches out, whatever, you know. And I just try to scald the crab to just absolutely neuter it, even if it switches out, you know. And then I go back into Dragonite because it's in a pretty good situation here. I won't spoil what I do, but I think I'm pretty worried about the crab, so I just sort of want to get rid of it. I think. What do you think, Matt?
Sorry, I think I'm getting text from my boss really quick, and I was just going through this super quick.
Okay, I'll take over for a sec.
Yeah, please do.
If I'm if I'm Rev here, or if I'm Kyle, I mean, I feel like you don't want this Intimidate on the crab anymore, and you know, a switch out into the Rillaboom isn't the worst option you can do here. Obviously, the Dragonite has flying type moves. It's super effective against both. It's It's not a fantastic situation to be in, but you still have grassy terrain for a few turns, so it's not a terrible idea. Obviously, you see the Ice Hammer into the Dragonite. It looks very good here. You could try and go for that, try and pick up the KO, but perhaps that's a little too expected. But I think if you're Clefairy here, you just sort of follow me, keep the pressure off, because the Dragonite nor the Milotic aren't going to do much to a Clefairy right here. So I think a follow me is pretty good here in this situation. And whether or not you want to attack the Dragonite or just switch out, depends on how you think I'm going to play. And obviously, if you're me, which I am me,
no, I am me.
You're worried about an Ice Hammer from this crab, and so you wanna play around that somehow. That's all I'll say.
I am me.
No, I'm you.
No, you are you. No, I am me. You are you.
Okay, we can start the next turn.
Thou art
I don't want to go into that.
He is you. I am me.
All right.
Okay, I'm back now.
So you see a switch into Scizor.
Oh,
the Terra Normal
the big
Dragonite.
shiny crystal is on the dragon's head. What will he do?
Here comes a helping hand.
Sorry.
The Ice Hammer comes out. Not gonna kill. I feel like maybe a fighting type move there would have been pretty good there from the crab, if he read the Terra Normal. But obviously that's hard to predict. I don't blame Crab for going for the Ice Hammer. But a good amount of damage on the Dragonite there. But now -1 attack, -1 speed. I think you just want to switch out here.
I agree. Alright, this crab. This crab is slogging its way through.
Yeah,
it put in more work than I thought, but it's time for him to switch out.
I think you switch and protect the Clefairy, because, like, obviously Bullet Punch is here, and it is dangerous.
Yeah.
If you don't have a fire move on the crab, you switch out into Rillaboom here. But, I mean, even still, Scizor is very well set up here. It's got ways to deal with all three of these Pokemon, so if you're Rev here, you're kind of backed into a corner. Let's see what happens here, I guess. See what happens this turn. So we see the Protect from the Clefairy. The E-Speed comes out, doesn't do much. The Crab stays in and eats a close combat.
I don't like how Kyle just keeps trying to give the crab more staying power than it has.
Yeah, I mean, now with the crab down,
all we have left is Rillaboom Fairy. We're back at game 1 scenario. Except that now Hunter has all 4 of his mons.
Yeah, I mean, here I'm gonna switch out the Scizor for right now, because I know that I have Choice Band, so I can only click Close Combat right now. So I need to switch him out. And with Dragonite, I mean, I am worried about a Drain Punch, but I feel like you're better off just getting the damage on either the Rillaboom or the Clefairy with an E-Speed, but we'll see. I think we just sort of let this one play out. I don't know if you have anything to add, Matt.
Follow me good? Question mark?
That could be good. The Intimidate coming back out.
Oh, Helping Hand coming out. We can see a Grassy Glide into the Dragon.
Yep,
and the Grassy Glide comes in the Dragon with Helping Hand. Yeah. All right, Ding Dong. All right, King has fallen.
Yeah, and but now I mean,
now Scizor's back.
The Scizor is back. And now at -1 attack, there's not much you can do here. I mean, you can pick up the KO on the Arcanine, but you're always at danger here of either U-turn into the Rillaboom or a Bullet Punch into the Clefairy. You still do have your Terra here though, so you know it's not quite over yet.
Who knows? Maybe we could wait. Has Clefairy shown all 4 moves yet? We've seen Helping Hand, Follow Me, Protect, and
Life do.
Life do. Okay, so we have no attacking moves. Okay, no, this Arcanine is staying alive.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you want if you're Rev here. I don't know if you attack the Scizor or the Arcanine, but
I would attack the Scizor.
Yeah. If you're me, what do you do?
If I'm you, what do I do?
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen all 4 moves from this Clefable. This monkey is dead.
All right.
You have to kill this monkey.
Yeah.
All right, show it to me. Switches into the melodic. Protect.
Yeah, I want to reset Intimidate, and also.
Ooh, big assy glide into the melodic, and U-turn on the ape is going to kill.
Yeah, I wanted to reset the Intimidate in case the U-turn didn't hit, and also, I knew that the Clefairy probably wanted to protect with Bullet Punch out, so I just went into the Rillaboom instead. And now with the Clefairy with no attacking moves, it's essentially a done game.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, give it a go. He towers fire. Okay, maybe he's got some. Oh no, he protects. Wait, did he protect last turn?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he did. Yeah, he did protect last turn.
Okay.
So, yeah,
so he got it again. All right, really strong move here from Kyle.
He
going for the protect.
There. Interesting choice. But you know he gets the 50%, able to get some health back. The E-speed comes out. The
follow me, kill me, you fools.
The Scald gonna do a lot. No burn because it's a fire type. But now I mean it's essentially looking like a done game. We'll see Kyle go for a protect again.
Protect has been reset. Kyle sending the early GG. He has no attacking moves. He knows it's over.
Yeah.
True. This is sad to watch. We have to watch him die next turn.
That's what you think.
What do you mean? Alright, Hunter says GG. Use protect. It goes through. Okay, never mind. We have to watch him die next turn. What? Next turn, right? Any second now.
Yeah.
Okay, next turn. Okay. Alright, and like that, it's over. Yeah. And Hunter has won the set against Kyle.
That'll end it. Daniel versus Joe here.
Yes, I'm here. I will commentate my kind of thoughts that I went through here.
Yeah, it's a very interesting matchup having a Trick Room based team against much more speed oriented team here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you know Sun's gonna be a little important for Joe here.
Yeah, that Vulpix
with the Walking Wake and the Ogerpon
and Fluttermane.
Yeah, all of it is helped by the Sun. But we don't see a Vulpix lead. Instead, we see the Quillfish coming out, just setting up the Intimidate. Pretty good onto the Iron Hands, at least. And obviously the Crest is here as well. Threatened a little bit by the Fluttermane. Obviously, Crest has good bulk, so I'm not sure if a Fluttermane Shadow Ball will kill, but there's no guarantee.
I mean, it's hard to find problem with Cresselia Iron Hands lead. It's just one of the most consistent leads in the format right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's, you know, I think the lead, it could still go either way here.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously the Quillfish is not in a terrible situation. I mean, is it weak to fighting? I'm unsure, but even still, I mean, if you're Daniel here, the main issue here is the Fluttermane. It is here, and it is dangerous.
Yeah, and that Intimidate on Iron Hands, I think, could turn out to be a pretty big deal, too.
Yeah, Intimidate on Iron Hands was kind of annoying, but
yeah,
I kind of just wanted to get up Trick Room first thing, and yeah.
I mean, if I'm Joe here, I'm like, I don't mind Fluttermane being out here. It does threaten both Mons pretty well. Obviously, you're scared of a Heavy Slam or Even I mean, I don't know if you can kill the crest with a Shadow Ball, but I feel like Flutter can just sort of click a special move into any of these Pokemon, and it would probably work out pretty well for him.
Yeah,
and as
I
for
feel
the
like
Quillfish, I mean, getting a poison maybe onto the Cresselia would be pretty decent.
Yeah.
I know it has Lunar Blessing, but it would have to waste a turn using it, which isn't a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm Joe here, I just want to like hit Cresselia as hard as I can, just like try my best to attempt to deny Trick Room, especially. I mean, yeah, there's a fear of Heavy Slam, but with it being intimidated, and I'm feeling a bit better against hands here, and I just want to get that Cresselia as damaged as possible early on.
Yeah, what are you thinking here, Daniel?
I will say just let turn 1 play out, and you'll see what Joe's.
No, I am aware of what's happening, but what are you thinking about right now?
I was honestly, I'm pretty sure what I did was I wanted to just fake out the Quillfish and set up Trick Room with Cresselia. That's what I did there, because I wanted to just be on the right foot against hyper speed team, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Trick Room is I definitely see being a priority for you.
Yeah.
Just both with how your team is built and just given what you're up against.
Almost too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah, as we see,
the
protection with Quillfish.
Good
The
protect.
fake out won't hit. Let's see what the Fluttermane does. And then Prison comes out.
Oh man!
Going to stop the Trick Room.
Very
interesting set from here.
And an ally
from
switch coming out.
Or from Joe rather. I mean, obviously, it just absolutely denying the Trick Room here.
Yeah, when I saw that in Prison, I
Wow.
was really just scared of what Joe could do next, because
Joe just like so outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're still not in a bad situation here. You still have pressure on the Fluttermane with the Iron Hands just being out on the field.
Yeah.
But obviously that's a huge blow for you. You'll have to play around it in some way. And I mean, Ally Switch is a good way of playing around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like the ally switch. It's, well, thankfully it's seldom seen that much in VGC these days, but if you're going to see it, it's going to be from Cresselia.
Yeah. Cresselia or maybe like an Indeedee.
Yeah. Switch is strong. Try to get the Shadow Ball going into hands instead.
Yeah. My hands is Assault Fest, so it could take some damage.
There's
Moonblast comes
into
out.
that slot. Acupressure.
And then he gets the random special attack boost from Acupressure.
Yeah, that's
did not help me at all.
That's disappointing, or like that's unfortunate to see. Just a random Acupressure actually working out.
Oh wow.
It's not terrible. I mean, the thing is at 1 HP now, but obviously it's gonna get an attack off. It's fast. Whatever it hits, it's gonna feel it.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Not to mention this Quillfish is still out here, and it's got Eviolite. It's pretty bulky.
It could definitely have some good staying power.
And it's pretty hard to get rid of.
Yeah, it's neutral against fighting thanks to the part poison type as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Joe just clicks any, he's gonna use Shadow Ball here, probably onto maybe the Cresselia, although it seems like it is gonna go into the Iron Hands rather. But yeah, let's play this turn out. I guess
Cresselia isn't as big of a priority for.
I'm thinking maybe Joe was trying to read a protection.
Also. Now that Imprison is up blocking Trick Room, Cresselia is not like as much as a priority. With it being so much more support, he could kind of play around it now that it's imprisoned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this turn was actually really good for Daniel here. Obviously not gonna take too much damage from the +2 Fluttermane. I mean, like easily one of the worst situations you could be in. Luckily, the Iron Hand is able to take a Shadow Ball and able to just get rid of it with Dazzling Gleam before it can do a lot more damage. But now the Ogerpon comes out and
yeah, another massive threat.
Yeah.
doesn't look like
It would
there's
have
a
been
lot
worth playing.
of
That's
issue here. Although the Imprison is gone, so there could be Trick Room coming up here.
Yeah.
If this Cresselia can live through this turn.
Yeah, I could definitely see a double up onto Cresselia coming here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously a Lunar Blessing could do well too, healing both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends what Daniel thinks Joe is going to do here. And if I'm Joe, I mean, I feel like you see the Intimidate on the Iron Hands. It's not doing too much to your Ogerpon or your Quillfish. You don't think that's a problem. And if I'm Joe, I want to get rid of this Cresselia. So I'd probably either use knockoff or with like the Quillfish, or maybe even just an Ivy Cudgel into it.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what happens this turn. Mainly what I did. But looking back on it, yeah.
Armando?
Let's see. Ooh, Quillfish switches for Yuxi here. And Taunt on Cresselia, still denying that Trick Room.
But the Mentor are going to get rid of it. So,
Drain Punch.
Likely going to be able to get up the Trick Room this turn, and
yep, there it is.
Now it's time for Trick Room to do its thing. I wouldn't be surprised to see a switch here from Daniel into one of its attackers now that the Trick Room is up. Yeah. Obviously, Joe has access to Intimidate once again if he wants to switch back into the Quillfish.
Yeah, just neutering his attacks out even further.
But that Drain Punch did quite a lot to the Ogerpon. A surprising amount, even. So I'm kind of curious. I think this will be a very crucial turn in terms of how the rest of the battle will go.
Yeah, also
there's a lot of ways it can go. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, if I'm Daniel, I can see thinking if he goes back into Quillfish to apply another Intimidate and neuter Iron Hands, I could switch that I could switch that into Blood Moon. Blood Moon's so much more special based. It doesn't care about facing the Intimidate. That's something I think I'd consider at this stage.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think no person really has a safe play here. I think it's just down to whether or not who gets the read correctly here. So let's say
and
you switch into the Quillfish, setting up the Intimidate again. The Heavy Slave not going to do much to the Yuxi. Very bulky.
As you see,
a Lunar Blessing heal. What does this Yuxi do then? A Psychic not going to kill. Does 33%, so it won't kill even if it's used again, thanks to the Lunar Blessing. So honestly, that first turn not too bad. It seems like Joe is going to try and stall out this Trick Room with this bulky Yuxi here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe even a Protect from one of those Pokemon, or I think we're just trying to stall if I'm Joe here.
Yeah, and as much good as Cresselia does, it does not provide the offense necessary against this team to really take advantage of the limited terms you have of Trick Room, especially against Yuxi and Quillfish. Like, even if Cresselia uses an offensive move, like, what damage can it really do here? If I'm Daniel, I think about switching this out.
It's really
I feel
the special attack. The attacking options from Cresselia are really more so just to like deal like a little bit of extra chip in case something isn't enough to get the kill.
Yeah, just think in this situation with your opponent trying to stall out Trick Room, you're gonna want like as much offensive firepower out as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Cresselia seems pretty good here. We might see a knockoff into it, but it's not going to do much from the Quillfish. However, on the other hand, the Cresselia is not dealing a lot of damage either. so it's sort of just stuck there. It's not really contributing as much as Daniel would like here.
Yeah.
Like I said last turn, there's a lot of ways this turn can go. We'll see though.
Yeah, as hand
Let's see
switches
the
out
switch
for
out from the
Ursaluna.
Iron Hands and the Lunar Blessing. Let's see what Joe does here. We see the Acupressure getting the speed boost, not too important here, but a Reflect comes up. However, this Blood Moon is special, so
yeah.
I don't know what the speed values are here, but if this Blood Moon is going first, it is very good for Daniel here. It's applying pressure to anything that plans on coming in here.
Yeah, this Blood Moon is definitely the win condition for Daniel here. I mean, I feel confident with Blood Moon against like Yuxi or Quillfish, and Ogerpon is the main thing to watch out for, just because of his type coverage. Like if it Horn Leeches it, that could deal a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you would want to do here if you're Daniel. Maybe, you want to switch out the Crest into maybe the Iron Hands again. Get the fake out pressure to protect the Ursaluna while it's getting through these last 2 turns of Trick Room. Or I mean, I don't know what he's got in the back. It's maybe the Revival Blessing, but we'll have to see. Either way, I mean, even when this Trick Room ends, he looks pretty good to set it up again. Although the Mental Herb is gone now, so the Ogerpon could taunt again. But I think a switch into Iron Hands isn't bad here.
Yeah, I kind of stayed in on Cresselia just because it was at full health, and also just like it really supports Ursaluna while the Trigger is up, just with those Lunar Blessing heals.
That's fair. I mean, it's not. It's not a terrible idea. I just think that you have 2 turns of Trick Room left. You want to keep the pressure up. But at the same time, I get trying to just heal it, make sure it stays alive as well. I mean, obviously, it's not in too much trouble here. The Yuxi, well, I mean, I think only really has Psychic from what we've seen. Obviously, maybe a knockoff.
The main thing to watch out for.
A knockoff from the Quillfish isn't bad, but yeah, the Ogerpon's not on the field, so I would think switching might not be terrible. But you're in a good situation here. I'd say that.
Yeah. I wanted to keep Ursaluna as full health as possible, just so it wouldn't get OHKO'd by a grass move from Ogerpon.
Yeah, or something.
If I'm Joe here, I need to stall out this Trick Room just a few more turns, so I'm holding on as much as I can with either Protects or even maybe an ally switch from the Yuxi if it has it, but we'll see.
Yeah, and Quillfish opts to Protect here, we see, and Blood Moon does target the Yuxi. Is he getting it down low? And the Dazzling Gleam, not quite enough to get the. Not quite enough to fully take down Yuxi, though.
Yeah, that's very important for Joe. They're able to put up the light screen. And now the ally switch comes out. The Earth Power won't hit because of Levitate.
Very good use of ally switch.
Yeah, I mean, obviously going to pick up the KO on Yuxi. The Crunch, going to do a pretty solid amount, actually, to this Cresselia.
Yeah, that's a 3-hit KO.
I think for this last turn of Trick Room, that was probably the best case it could have gone for Joe there. Still losing the Yuxi, but now it's going to get this Ogerpon back out in a pretty decent situation. Yeah. But
yeah,
I
think Yuxi going down really works in Joe's favor here because Yuxi did his job. Now he gets a free switch into Ogerpon to really threaten.
Still, you have this Ursaluna out on the field. It's gonna pose a threat to the Ogerpon or the Quillfish, but the Trick Room's gone, so it's not going first anymore. So it's, I feel like Joe's got the Horn Leech into it if he needs it. Unless you trust that the Ursaluna would live, you're not sure what to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if I'm Joe, in the sense, I see that light screen's up. I think I can afford to ignore Ursaluna on this turn and just go for taunt to try to deny the next Trick Room getting up. Because you have that light screen up at least. It's something I can see.
If I'm Joe here, I think I
go for it as well.
An
interesting decision.
I don't know if I think I Horn Leech the Ursaluna to get my health back, 1, and to 2, possibly kill it if my attack's high enough. Not only that, I want with the Quillfish to probably crunch again on the Cresselia. I know it won't kill, but if a defense drop would be very important there. So I think that might be a good play. Because I don't think you really want to knock off at this point now, but we'll see. You seem to be running knockoff over crunch anyway, or crunch over knockoff anyways. We see the Terra Fire come out.
Back, giving that attack boost.
The Terra Normal comes out, and the Ally Switch. Let's see what happens here. The Horn Leech gonna do a lot to the Cresselia, but not kill. And the crunch doesn't kill. The Blood Moon, what does it do?
Ooh,
it Okos!
That was a key turn. And yeah, also having Iron Hands in the back, and Kawasaki not being able to intimidate anymore, I think this is pretty much game here.
Yeah, it goes for the crunch on the Cresselia. It's going to kill, but I think at this point, it's too late. You've got this Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. So Daniel takes game 1.
Yeah, it's looking very dicey there, but that key turn with the Terra Normal and the Ally Switch.
Yeah, I was really happy with how I played this game. Even though I didn't make like the best of moves with like Iron Hands being out for so long with that Intimidate drop, I think I brought it back with Blood Moon and finally getting able to put up Trick Room after Fluttermane died.
Yeah, and that Ally Switch on the second to last turn was just like the game-winning move.
Yeah.
All right. Now we
head
to
game 2. Yeah, I could definitely see more of a Sun mode coming from Joe here.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Joe here, the Cresselia was still a problem. I mean, once Fluttermane went down, it was sort of downhill from there because the Trick Room was able to come up. So, if I'm Joe here, I'm bringing more offensive firepower to really try and break through this wall. Because last time, you had the Quillfish and the Uxie just sort of sitting there during the Trick Room, and it wasn't really working.
Yeah, and look at Joe's team. If you want more firepower from this team, that's Walking Wake.
Yeah, I'm thinking either you bring the Vulpix to set up the Sun for either the Ogre Pond or the Fluttermane, So I'm hoping Joe gets a little more firepower here, as we see the Vulpix and the Fluttermane lead.
Yes, speaking of firepower, here's Drought coming from Vulpix, and from Daniel's side, we see Sylveon leading alongside Cresselia this time instead of Hands.
Yeah, you see the Sylveon here. It's not a terrible lead. Obviously, you probably are running the throat spray, right? I assume.
Yeah, throat spray.
Yeah, Hyper Voice throat spray.
Not too helpful here. The Fluttermane's not going to get hit by much. And, I mean, obviously you'll break the sash on the Vulpix, but I don't even think that will kill because, I mean, it's not very effective.
Yeah, honestly,
not only that, I always think about this. You don't want to underestimate these, these smaller Pokemon that Joe brings, like the Quillfish and the Vulpix. They can do a lot of damage. I mean, I was looking up when I was planning for Joe's team for my Week 3 match. This Vulpix can do a lot of things. It's got Will-O-Wisp to burn. It's got Helping Hand. You don't want to leave it out on the field too long, because then it can mess things up.
The Vulpix proved to be kind of a menace this game.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the opening state, I mean, if I'm Daniel after that game 1 thinking possible adjustments, I'm looking out for Walking Wake, which would make me kind of want to pivot Sylveon out, keep it in the back, and I think of bringing Iron Hands in against Fluttermane. But then you also think, but wait, can Vulpix threaten Iron Hands possibly in the sun?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, obviously the Fluttermane is a little bit of an issue for this Cresselia, either with in prison, obviously from the first game. Likely what Joe's going to go for again, because I don't think he wants the Trick Room up. But then again, obviously, he's got Shadow Ball coverage too, which is a problem.
Yeah, I definitely think I want to try to save Sylveon for later in the game if possible.
Yeah, perhaps.
Unfortunately, though, one thing that I didn't realize in the team builder until after this match had happened was Sylveon gets Shadow Ball, and that could have proven really useful here.
Yeah.
But I just didn't realize I got it until after the game happened, so...
Ah, dang.
But that's something to learn for next time if I ever have to fight Joe again.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, we see the Imprison right away. No more Trick Room. And Snarl from Vulpix. That'll
blowing the special attack. See the Draining Kiss into the Fluttermane. Not doing much, but able to get some chip, able to still go back to full. And obviously the Trick Room is sealed once again. It's not a bad play to go for it either way, because if it ends up Shadow Balling, you get the Trick Room up, which is very important for you. So I don't think there's any harm.
If you get Trick Room up turn 1, that's a win regardless of what else happened if you get Trick Room up turn 1.
Yeah, it's either you Trick Room and it goes up, or you Trick Room and the Fluttermane doesn't get to move. So it's not terrible. I think a Hyper Voice from the Sylveon might have been a better play here, to get the Throat Spray up and to get rid of the Sash on the Vulpix. But a Draining Kiss bringing it back to full, it's not harmful. So
yeah.
Obviously, with the Trick Room now in prison, though, you want to keep this Fluttermane alive if you're Joe. So I think, I know you have whatchamacallit. I think you have Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, and Prison Trick Room on it. So
it might be Moonblast instead of Dazzling Gleam, but
yeah, I wasn't sure. It's probably a Fairy type move, but you want to keep this thing on the field for as long as you can. So. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Shadow Ball into the crest, because it's kind of free here. Because this Fluttermane isn't threatened by anything right now, so it's free to click Shadow Ball, especially with this plus special attack in the sun. And then as the Vulpix, I mean, it's free to click Snarl some more, at least while these two Pokemon are out. What are you thinking here, Daniel?
Honestly, I think at this point I was just in a kind of mode of trying to get rid of Fluttermane, but I didn't end up switching out Cresselia just because I was scared of my offensive threats taking damage from a Shadow Ball.
Yeah, and even if you switch hands in, I mean, who knows? He could read this. He could read the switch and get a free Will-O-Wisp onto it, even.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We saw the Shadow Ball not kill first game, but Helping Hand with the Sun Photosynthesis, it might do the trick here for Joe. Yeah. And I think he's free to do it too, because if you switch, it's also taking that. So, you're kind of on the back foot here, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely like how Vulpix is able to provide a good amount of value other than just being a Sunsetter.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. We see the Shadow Ball into the crest. Not going to kill.
Lives 63%.
And we see the Snarl come out. So,
neutering their special attack stats.
Yeah.
The Lunar Blessing. Gonna heal, but I don't think it was necessarily enough
to stop another Shadow Ball will pick up the KO onto Cresselia.
Yeah, here, I mean, if you have a
I like
protect,
the yawn on the flutter, though.
to stall it. Yeah, I don't know if you're Joe here, do you let the flutter fall asleep or not? I think that's kind of the question of the day here.
Yeah, with the yawn there, I was trying to get Flutter to have that 50-50 of switch out so I can get off the Trick Room, or fall asleep so it doesn't do much damage.
Yeah, are you running Protect on Crest here? I'm curious.
I don't think I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if I'm Joe, I think I just want to, I just want to bring offense into Cresselia here. I mean, Sylveon is not that much of a threat with its special attack lowered that much really, and if you could just deny Trick Room, harming the utility whatever Daniel has in the back, I'd take the opportunity and go for Cresselia.
Yeah, I think it depends on whatever Joe has in the back. Obviously, if it's like a more bulky thing like he brought game 1, you want to keep this Flutter main alive and awake.
Yeah.
But if he's if he's got the Ogre Pawn in the back to switch into after this, there's no harm in going for a Shadow Ball into this Cresselia to just get rid of it if you can.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the idea that it could have Protect, and that could be very dangerous. So I don't know if you go for the risky play here, but it's an interesting 50-50 we have here. And then obviously the Vulpix here, maybe I don't know. I don't really know what the Vulpix does here. I mean, it can just click Snarl again to keep weakening this Sylveon into oblivion, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess Snarl Spear is probably the best course of option unless you like get like a hard read on a switch for a Will-O-Wisp or something, but that would take like a very hard read.
Yeah, let's see how this turn plays out. We've got a 50-50 here. Oh,
Ally
we see
switch.
the ally switch from the Cresselia.
Making
the Shadow Ball.
Hit Sylveon instead. And
Will-O-Wisp
interesting, you do see Will-O-Wisp coming in the direction of where Sylveon was.
And we see the Throat Spray being used. Increasing the special attack, but only so much as to, still be -1 at the end of the day.
Yeah, I might have wanted to pivot that out to get it back in later, and save the Throat Spray boost for when your special attack's not lowered.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had Blood Moon in the back, if you think the Shadow Ball's coming in, it wouldn't have been effective at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, for this game, I don't remember if I brought in Blood Moon or Iron Hands. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, you're fine.
Did you bring both?
Fluttermane's asleep though, and no.
I think I definitely brought in
Pokemon
Rabsca, so it's only one of the two.
So now you just have this Vulpix here. It's not a terrible situation, but I don't know if you can kill the Vulpix at this point, and you've seen it go for Will-O-Wisp onto the Sylveon, so I'm curious as to what you want to do here, Daniel. Switching to Ogre Pawn here.
I like that.
Okay, I brought an Ursaluna
as well.
Yeah, but now with the Ogre Pawn out, this Luna is not in a great situation.
Yeah, and Ogre Pawn does also have a turn left of Sun as well if it wants to go. So like it could either just go for the Hornleech trying to KO Ursaluna, or it could be a switch maybe into Hands and opt for an Ivy Cudgel instead.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be upset with a Terra Normal again from the Luna.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
It gets rid of that grass weakness that is very dangerous for it.
Yeah, I think it's the most. I also don't really see much else that it's worth terroring for here. Other than that.
Yeah.
And there we have it. Then went for the Sun Boosted Ivy Cudgel instead of the Horn Leech. Possibly getting the read on the Terra Normal coming out as it did in Game 1. And down goes Thunder Mane to Blood Moon. But then out comes Walking Wake, which is...
Yeah. So
this is why I would have wanted to pivot out Sylveon earlier, so you could have it with its full attack stat to deal with.
Yeah.
That.
One thing looking back on this game though, I feel like I probably should have went for Ogerpon with that Blood Moon instead of Fluttermane since it was still asleep.
Yeah, how many turns was it on again? Was it two turns in?
I think 2, yeah.
I guess at that point there is definitely the real danger of it waking up at that point.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was a bad move what you did.
Yeah. It just means that I'm still on the back foot because of that Walking Wake and my low health Blood Moon.
Yeah, it's just a tough situation to be in either way. I mean, you could hit Ogerpon with that, but then Fluttermane could just wake up and Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wake is getting the photosynthesis boost to its speed as Blood Moon protects.
Yep, the Hydra Steam coming in, gonna at least get protected for now.
It did, and the Iron Cudgel, the Ivy Cudgel just wipes out Sylveon.
Yeah.
Cresselia coming back. Yeah, especially with that speed boost, I could definitely see you wanting Trick Room, but there is the fact that Ogerpon does have Taunt.
Yeah, I mean, so much pressure from Joe's team here.
I know.
There's really not much to do here if you're.
Although you still have your Mental Herb on Cresselia, right?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's even gonna live long enough.
Yeah, especially with that health.
Move. And obviously this Ursaluna's in a lot of danger as well.
Yeah, definitely, big time.
I don't even know if you want to keep it alive here if you're Daniel, unless you try for a double protect and Trick Room. Honestly, that might be the right play to do here, or at least the winning play, especially with these Pokemon out on the field. It might not be a terrible option to go for.
Can't argue with
I know.
that.
Weirdly, I mean, obviously a switch into maybe like an Iron Hands if you have it might not be bad either. But I guess you could try and set up Trick Room here if you can. If you think that it won't get doubled up into.
Another ally
switch again. A Hydro Steam, not going to kill, but will the Ivy Cudgel kill? Yeah.
Yeah, he did opt to spread his damage.
Yeah, trying to get the Blood Moon one more hit, but it's just not going to work there.
Yeah, at this point, I think Joe's just gotta double into the Rabsca to just try his best to stop Revival Blessing from coming out. I guess
I don't even think you need that. I think just right now you sort of just clean up here if you're Joe.
Yeah.
Hit both Pokemon with whatever you feel like. Even if an ally switch happens, it's probably not going to matter.
Yeah, spread your damage. Send Ivy Cudgel into the Rabsca slot, and then just have Wake attack Crest.
Yeah, I don't think they're. I mean, even an ally switch, but yeah, I think he just sort of cleans up here at the end of this game.
Yeah.
So we can play it out here. Yeah, the ally switch fails 2 turns in a row. You see the Hydra Steam and likely the Ivy Cudgel gonna clean up that game for Joe here as we head into game 3.
Yeah.
That this team just has so many different ways it can beat you. Joe's team.
Yeah, very, very scary.
And we're seeing Iron Hands leading along with Cresselia like in game 1. It's met by Joe's game 2 lead of Flutter and Vulpix.
Yeah, Joe likely doing a similar strategy to game 2 where he wants to set up with the Sun.
Yeah, and
now once again we have this cat and mouse game of will he, won't they imprison for turn 1. And also, not to mention that this Vulpix has Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, I think
it's-
Imprison Will-O-Wisp is pretty free here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to start this turn by saying I do not blame Daniel for what he's about to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
I've heard something happen in this game. I don't know what it is yet.
I may have made a little blunder in my calculations.
Oh no.
Yeah, we can just let this turn play out. There's no point in talking what each person wants to do. We see a fake out into the ghost type, and the imprison probably gonna stop the trick room.
Yeah, and there's the Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, so just a free burn for Joe there.
Oh, the
Really
fake
unfortunate turn
out.
1.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'd try to pump you up, but there's no sugarcoating that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
That's a rough move.
the
that
idea
was
was
the worst
there.
play I ever fucking
Yeah.
made. That was the worst play I ever made. That was just bad.
In my week 3 match, I made a similar blunder in my game 1. What at least my opponent I earth powered into an air balloon.
I
Yeah,
will
my,
defend you in this sense that
So I feel
I
that.
had good reason to make that play though. For some reason, I thought Iron Hands had like Ursaluna's ability where it could hit ghost types.
oh,
But-
okay.
So you did remember the ghost type just this thought.
No, I
Yeah.
see. I understand the play. Obviously, you're trying to fake it out so
No,
he
yeah,
goes
it
in
makes
prison.
sense.
It makes sense. It's just really unfortunate. Like,
Yeah.
it's understandable to not remember that Pokemon is Ghost type, though. You know, it's mainly
especially
using.
under pressure of the moment. I mean, under pressure, it's game 3, tight set against such a scary team. I mean, mistakes happen in the end.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get back to the game at hand. Anyways, we have this burn on the Iron Hands now.
Yeah,
It's no longer able to. Yeah, the Shadow Ball comes out plus special attack. You could see a heavy slam from the Iron Hands, but now it's not going to be doing as much to this Flutter Mane.
Yeah, but that burn.
Well, actually, the Lunar Blessing is able to heal it, so if we see a heavy slam, it actually could be quite valuable here.
Yeah, that'll take it down to Sash.
Yeah. So now, I mean, as we saw in the first game, we could see a Dazzling Gleam here from the Cresselia, and it could do a lot here. It could not only break this. Oh, well, actually, that does mean that the Vulpix isn't sashed, by the way.
Oh yeah.
It was Heat Rock. Based on the sun turns, it was Heat Rock.
Right, yeah, based on the sun from last game.
Yeah. So instead, I mean, you could probably Dazzling Gleam and then maybe even Protect with the Iron Hands. Although I think this is AV, right? So.
This is AV, yeah.
Yeah, that's best.
I wouldn't mind a switch into, say, Blood Moon or something, or I don't know. I feel like you pretty easily click Dazzling Gleam here just to like ensure it.
Yeah, I guess maybe
although,
like the Sylveon switch. But then that
yeah,
makes Sylveon get snarled.
actually, no, a Shadow Ball does kill here. Especially with the Spadef drop.
Yeah,
Yeah, with the Spadef drop, Shadow Ball does kill.
Yeah, definitely.
Here.
It actually might kill before it too, so it's not hugely important.
Yeah, before it, you need like a really good damage roll to survive even without the drop.
Yeah, so actually, it's not super great here. I think you want to double into the Flutter Mane because that's like the main thing that's hindering you right now. Maybe an ally switch, and then a move from the Iron Hands could be pretty valuable here. Obviously, you'd have to read it if you're Joe.
Yeah, ally switch plus heavy slam. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think that's a bad option, but we'll see what either person decides to do here. Obviously, if you're Joe, you're clicking Shadow Ball on something.
Yeah, there's a switch.
Shadow Ball's in the right spot.
Correct.
He chooses correctly. I mean the
And
Will-O-Wisp comes out.
But this time, no Lunar Blessing to fall back on.
Fluttermane is dead, but no more Trick Room and no more Lunar Blessing. It's not great here.
Yeah, unless... Does Ratska get Trick Room?
Yes, it does.
Do you have it on
And
yours?
the Ogerpon
Yes.
and the Rapskin come here.
Yeah.
Or come in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and this
likely
Ogerpon in the sun, I mean, this just... Ivy Cudgel will OHKO whatever it targets here.
Yeah, it just obliterates.
Yeah, I feel like it's not looking good. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you do here. Maybe you try and revive something. You could protect to just stall out what you think Joe's gonna do. Maybe attack the Rabska and then, maybe. Unfortunately, this burn is doing a lot, so
Yeah, I
there's
just
not much
don't think.
we can do.
I just think whatever move you go for it, unless you protect Rabska, I just think it's dead because hands is burned. He can just play around it. Just
I think maybe
doing.
you just sort of protect the Rabska and switch here. Just try to reposition to put more pressure onto Joe's team.
Yeah.
Because this burn on this Iron Hands is very important right now.
Yeah, hands is just crippled and with no Lunar Blessing to fall back on.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. Obviously, the Ivy Cudgel comes out. It's going to KO. And that may honestly pretty much be it.
It depends on what else you have.
What we have in the back here. If it's the Blood Moon, obviously we have the idea with the Terra Grass or Terra Normal, but I mean, you can Horn Leech into that slot and still be pretty fine if you're Joe here.
Or even in the sun, Ivy Cudgel even.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe even in the sun. I don't think you want to risk that. I think you just sort of heal up. You can Snarl with Vulpix if you want. Maybe, yeah. Depends on what Joe thinks you're gonna do here, Daniel.
Yeah.
What are you thinking
games,
here?
I can see the Terra. Based on the last couple games, I could definitely see him reading a Terra Normal.
Yeah, I mean, based on the last few games, it's not surprising if it happens. In fact, it's probably necessary.
Yeah, I kind of needed to Terra Normal here just to not die from a Horn Leech.
Yeah, I mean, if you think he's gonna Ivy Cudgel, I guess not tearing would be better because you're ground then. But well, it's gonna be
I don't think ground
interesting.
resists fire though. I might be wrong though.
No, I could be wrong, but I'm not totally sure. You're probably right though.
Yeah, ground does not resist fire, so.
Yeah, so yeah, you pretty much have to Terra here. And I think Joe just has a free Horn Leech here into your Ursaluna. But we'll see. We could maybe see a double up. Yeah, we can maybe see a double up from the Luna and Iron Hands. Maybe take out the Ogerpon.
Yeah, honestly, this Cudgel will just do so much. I think this Cudgel will just KO.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ivy Cudgel.
That's pretty much the game for me. I can't do anything as a burnt Iron Hands against 3 Pokemon.
Yeah, and it was Fire Terra and Body Aspect, Ivy Cudgel in the sun with Helping Hand.
Yeah, the Helping Hand.
Even without Helping Hand, I think that might just OHKO.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
And Joe takes us at 2-1.
Yeah, I think it was just that switch, the read on the ally switch for Joe there that helped him clean up that game. Take the step there.
Yeah, just getting rid of Cresselia before Iron Hand so you could get the Will-O-Wisp on.
Yeah, if that Trick Room goes up, it's a completely different game, So
yeah,
100%.
Could have gone either way, I'd say.
So Daniel, just looking at team preview before we even go into this game, I'm curious to see your thoughts here on the teams.
I think Chi-Yu can be really scary for Kyle here. He hits pretty much everything. He hits pretty much half of his team super effectively, being Rillaboom, Ice Cube, and Houndstone.
Yeah, for me, pretty much a big key was I just wanted to get rid of Heatran and then then let Chiyu do his thing once Heatran's gone.
Yeah, Heatran's really the only thing stopping a total Chiyu sweep.
Yeah, how about you, Kyle? What were your thoughts heading into this?
I expected you to use mouse hold, and then as soon as game 1 happened, it really was like, okay, yeah, this dude is not gonna use mouse hold. And then the Chiyu was like,
I just didn't see any room to bring it.
I mean, yeah, Chiyu Tornadus is actually one of the few things that I looked into, which is why like Ice Cube took in like a good like portion of that too.
Yeah, Rillaboom, Heatran, and Clefairy were definitely things I prepped for. More than Ice Cube, though, I was worried about the possibility of Galarian Weezing. Because I think that would have really messed me up.
Yeah, we have a Tornadus T Houndstone combo with the Sandstorm plus Sandrush for Houndstone as well.
Yeah, as soon as I saw you brought those two, I was thinking of that, and I was running Sunny Day on my own Tornadus. I was thinking I could just wait for you to Sandstorm and then hit Sunny Day to change the weather.
Yeah, let's see how game 1 goes.
So it means we see me running Tornadus and Chiyu, and Kyle ran Heatran and Rillaboom. Grassy Surge and Beads of Ruin get set up.
Right. Looking into this, I don't know how this opener went. Actually, I completely forgot. But the grassy terrain is definitely a big thing for Rillaboom right now.
Yeah, and also it just even further helps. I mean, I have to worry about a grassy glide, and it just helps like Heatran's longevity as well. Grassy terrain really helps you out. What are your thoughts on the leads, Daniel?
Sorry, I was getting distracted.
That's all good.
Yeah, I could very much see Chiyu maybe going for a flamethrower instead of a heat wave onto Rillaboom, but if Chiyu doesn't have flamethrower, I could see very well switching out and letting Tornadus Bleak Wind, trying to lower that speed and also pop the balloon.
Yeah, I was actually not. I was not carrying flamethrower after agonizing over what move I wanted on my last slot. In the end, flamethrower ended up falling through the cracks and not making it this time around. So I was pretty much. I was pretty much feeling I'll eat. I was pretty much feeling I'm not that scared of fire type attacks. I'll eat the flash fire if I could just get heat wave damage onto Rillaboom and just try to set up. I think I tried to set up Tailwind with Tornadus here. Yeah, they're switching to Clefairy. A good switch.
Yeah, that switch was good. Burn on Clefairy doesn't really do much since it literally has no attacking moves. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, the Earth Power does a lot. I'm kind of surprised it didn't OHKO.
Yeah, and then I think the next turn was kind of the blunder that you made for game 1.
Yeah, well, coming after this, yeah. Yeah, although I did get the taunt onto Clefairy there, which basically just forces you to struggle. And I got, unfortunately, Tornadus now gets burned. So now I have Ditto and Heatran, and yeah, this is where I make my big oopsies.
Yeah. So right now, Clefairy is completely invalidated.
Yeah, and I forgot about the air balloon, even though there's a big neon sign right in front of me that said it.
A miss on to the Clefairy with Tornadus and Earth Power is gonna.
Yeah, and then your Earth Power just gets to KO Ditto, and I'm very much on the back foot now.
Struggle crit, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, now at this point, I just need to send it out to you. I just need to hope in vain I can just take out Heatran at this point. I went for the Dark Pulse, did decent damage, and then Leak went. Unfortunately, missed on Heatran as well.
Missed on the Heatran, but
it does pick up the KO, at least, and then goes Chi-Yu.
And then Tornadus should die to burn.
Yeah. That leaves me with a 1v2 against the two stars of your team, with Tianpao, who has a bit of a glaring weakness to fire.
Yeah. Tianpao's Secret Sword can
pass.
kind of kill the Heatran, which it does right there,
that's what I
and that leaves Rillaboom to probably hit a Drain Punch, and get the Oko.
Yeah, the Drain Punch did catch me off guard there. So yeah, honestly, I should have gotten a lot more valuable use out of Ditto, but I just powered into an air balloon.
Yeah.
That brings us into game 2 now.
As my smile.
Going into game 2, how did you think you would adapt since game 1 happened?
I knew I definitely wanted to bring Gyarados just to apply more pressure, and my Gyarados has good coverage. I figure I can maybe... And I wanted to threaten Heatran a lot more with it, just figuring that Tornadus already can apply some pressure onto Rillaboom, and I just wanted to take care of Heatran first thing, then keep Chi-Yu in the back, and just wanting to take out Heatran, and I opted to bring Gyarados over Ditto. How about you?
Yeah, that's what I thought heading into game 2. I thought that you would, like, put Chi-Yu in the back, so I don't think I put Heatran out front instead, because without Heatran, I basically lose to your team.
But yeah, I don't think you even brought Rillaboom to this game, right?
Rillaboom? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think you did.
Yeah, yeah, we should see how we started, because I completely forgot.
Yeah. I think I led Torn Gyarados? Yeah. There we go, and it's into...
Yeah, Clefairy, I think Ice Cube? Yeah, Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube. Thankfully, I was able to get the Intimidate on Ice Cube.
Yeah. Helping Hand, and I think I went for Tornadus here. The taunt didn't really
once
do
again,
much.
Yeah, but here...
Ice Cube, yeah, this is where...
Here, Ice Facing got very lucky with a big flinch there. Were you going for a belly drum?
No, I actually went directly for Tornadus, since it did have Helping Hand on it, and Belly Drum would not have done anything.
Okay, yeah, your attack was also lowered by Intimidate.
Yeah.
There too, yeah, and I was able to get Tailwind up, which really puts me in a good position.
I think the next turn showed like 37% on Tornadus.
Maybe, yeah, let's see.
Bulldoze, Tornadus.
Oh yeah, I went for the Bulldoze just to further cement my speed control, get a bit of chip damage, run any sashes.
Yeah, 34. And then struggle again.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't send Clefairy out. I guess I just didn't. I wanted to like bait stuff.
Yeah,
out.
you were keeping Clefairy in against my taunting a lot in this set, I noted. What are your thoughts on the game state so far, Daniel?
I think right now, Ice Cube, while it does have the no ice swarm up, it doesn't have a belly drum, which isn't really helping it out here with that minus attack and minus speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clefairy is pretty much literally struggling right now. So I feel like that kind of forces a switch out on Clefairy's part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just Gyarados just applies a lot of offensive pressure, especially with Tailwind up. Yeah, and here we see I got a nice Bleak Wind off, using up your berry, and then Waterfall just finishes it.
More struggling.
Yeah, which barely even touches Gyarados. Now comes your Tornadus for the semi-mirror match.
I think I wanted to sack Clefairy because of the Houndstone.
Yeah, lets you get the free switch in.
Yeah, and then
I get
that
the big freeze on Ice Fang.
Yeah, I think I set up a Sandstorm in there, which completely gets Houndstone set up for basically the rest of the game, but at that point, it's like game over.
I know before I saw the freeze, I know I was going to go for Ice Fang because super effective. I figured it probably wouldn't kill, so I was expecting you Sandstorm. I was expecting you Sandstorm, then the turn after, if I was still alive, I was planning on using Sunny Day. Using Sunny Day with Prankster. Because I wasn't going to Sunny Day on this turn because mine would go first because Prankster and you just overwrite the weather.
Yeah.
Were you expecting me to have Ice Fang coverage for flying, by the way?
I actually did not. I actually did not prepare for Gyarados, to be honest.
Yeah, Gyarados just has good coverage all around. In there, another Bleak Wind dealing good damage, and then Crunch just finishes it. Yeah, although between that Waterfall flinch on Ice Cube early on and that freeze, I got really good luck.
Yeah.
No, although honestly, given that my Tornadus went first anyway, and KO'd with Bleak Wind, in the end, the freeze actually didn't matter. Because your Tornadus wasn't Prankster, so I would have gotten the KO off before you would have gotten Sandstorm anyway.
Yeah. Again, I think Keytran is a big problem for you. Same goes for like 2 of your Pokemon as well. Onto me. I don't think you bring out Ditto again, which
no. I knew I wanted to go with the Tornadus Gyarados lead again after game 2, and I was agonizing for a while actually about whether I wanted to bring Chi-Yu or Ditto in the back. But ultimately, I decided if I can use Gyarados to just, if I could use like Gyarados and even Chien-Pao, which I also had in the back to just put a lot of pressure on Heatran and take it out. Chi-Yu could just pretty much sweep as soon as it goes down. That's what I was thinking. Which is why I brought Chi-Yu instead of Ditto. And yeah, there's the Tornadus Gyarados lead again. And you went back to the Heatran Rillaboom combo. Oh no, Clefairy, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, Intimidate doesn't really do much there.
Yeah, Clefairy is really good for like most of my team members here. Rillaboom into anything, Heatran into Heat Wave, Ice Cube with literally whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely knew I just wanted to shut down Clefairy's support, which is why I went for the taunt, which I viewed as a risk, because I thought for sure you were going to switch out there, honestly. But it worked out for me that you didn't.
Taunt completely invalidated whatever you did throughout game 3.
I respect you going for Metronome, though.
Yeah, I tried to do it at least once, and bro didn't let me. Rillaboom switch after the taunt though, and then Fairy Terra.
Yeah, that Fairy Terra was big for you. Nice thing. And the Heat Wave missing Tornadus. There's nice. But yeah, that grassy terrain healing just saved that Heatran. And I went Terra Fire because I was worried about Grassy getting hit by Grassy Glide.
And there's the Grassy Glide.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terra, and then protect the
Although,
Heatran.
also, I was able to get Tailwind up too.
Here comes Clefairy.
Yeah, Bleak Wind
just dropping the speed even more.
Yeah, I mean, not that really matters because I have Tailwind up, it's more just for the chip damage.
Yeah. We do see a waterfall. Could we get a potential flinch here?
We did not, no.
We did not know.
Yeah, and you went for the Protect there, but that was fine by me. I just taunted Clefairy again, and I went for Bulldoze. Because I figured you were... I figured you were protecting, and I was like, I could just... Yeah, I just figured it's to my benefit if Clefairy stayed in, so I could just play around it while it's taunted.
Yeah.
It was just like, I didn't want to do too much damage into that slot.
Ice Cube comes in. I think I put in Ice Cube just to get that Tornadus out of the way, and then...
Yeah, Ice Cube kind of scared me here.
Yeah, Crunch does not kill Heatran there.
Yeah, Heatran's massive bulk. Yeah, Tailwind and Grassy Terrain both leave. I figured Tornadus was dead anyway, so I may as well just get Tailwind up again. And I'll break Ice Face.
This time I don't think the flinch happened.
No, you don't. You get the KO.
Out comes Chen Pao.
Yes, now this just threatens to OHKO either thing with Secret Sword. I like the switch you made there.
Secret Sword's still doing a lot. Even resisted.
I think I did read the Sacred Sword for that, and then I knew Heatran was dead there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, comes Villa back. Again, I'm scared of a Grassy Glide.
Follow me for Clefairy.
Which works fine because I have another taunt user.
Yeah, and then I was like, yo, there's no way this guy has 2 taunt.
And the freeze too.
Yeah,
It doesn't freeze matters, you just would have struggled.
No, but that actually would have mattered because
Oh right.
Struggle would have
gotten a
killed.
KO. Oh yeah. Yeah, and now
in
that
all
he's
honesty,
down, I'm just free to bring out Shiyu.
Freezing there was worse than not freezing.
Yeah. Although anyway, with Heatran out now, it was just safe for me to get Shiyu on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I went straight for Shiyu using Rillaboom, and then Denny got a good protect on the next turn, which completely...
Yeah, I did. That's the move I ended up going for in favor of Flamethrower. In favor of Flamethrower was protect, because I figured a lot of people wouldn't see protect Shiyu coming. And Ice Fang just deals good damage into Rillaboom.
I went straight for Gyarados.
Yeah, that protect was the game-winning turn.
Yeah, had I known it had protect, I probably would have went for Gyarados, but I think the Drain Punch absorption really caught my eye, and I'm like, I need more health for this thing. And that helps you out.
Yeah, and then Heat Wave just gets the double knockout, and all you have
Fairy
is
just can't do anything.
Although I don't have a taunt user anymore. But I outspeed and Psychic. And you were frozen anyway, yeah.
Outspeed? I'm not even moving.
We have Delta against F there.
Yeah.
Seeing that Colossal and Kamo are finally coming out from Delta side, the third match in.
Yeah.
He finally switched up his team after 2 rounds with the same exact combination of Pokemon.
Or switch out 2 of the members at least.
Yeah.
We finally have the water types right next to Colossal, which I think is a good change.
I know, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And combo could definitely be scary too.
Yeah. Do we see the return of Trick Gardevoir though?
Anything can happen with Jewel here.
Yeah, also seeing and bringing out the dancer mode, which is not brought out week 1 against me. Or Korea plus Volcarona is coming out, and Wo-Chien is making its debut as well, hopefully.
Wo-Chien. I mean, Wo-Chien does decently good against like.
I'm kind of surprised not seeing Guard here, honestly.
This Wo-Chien here will mainly help mitigating Barraskewda's impact here due to its ability lowering the attack of everything. Infernape and Colossal could be lowered depending on what set they're both running. Colossal more so than Infernape.
But yeah, once again we see the Palmot here, so always the threat of a Revival Blessing if things go south.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it could just put out good offensive pressure. Like the Palmot will just wipe out Barraskewda right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what type of leads we start off with.
Yeah, here we're seeing a lead of Kamaro, it's Hulk Hogan, along with Trade Engine the Colossal.
Let me go to your straight, brother.
I'm going with Screamtail and Urshifu. I like that lead.
Yeah, Screamtail kind of nullifies Kamaro here with both of its types hitting Kamaro for weakness.
Yeah, it could go normal Terra Boom
Screamtail
Burst,
isn't
though.
exactly the strongest attacker.
Yeah, we could also see some screens getting set up here. It could just go for the.
We could have screens or Trick Room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see the Trick Room though, in terms of the rest of.
Maybe Wo-Chien could take advantage of it.
Maybe. But I feel like
I
Delta.
think you definitely want to get screens up.
Yeah, definitely screens. If not, try to take the Okra on Takamo. Or maybe
also,
Hypnosis too.
This Playrough might fit surprisingly hard into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Colossal is very much in danger of this Urshifu.
Yeah, I mean, I know Colossal wants to get hit by a water type attack, but does he really want to get hit by something that hard?
Yeah, not that hard.
See how it plays out.
Yep, we see that. Oh, it does an Oko.
Yeah, big damage and the attack drop of Kamaro.
The Boomers for no Terra.
Makes sense.
But no normal Terra. Interestingly.
The Throat Spray.
Oh yeah.
Surging Strikes
just
obliterating that Colossal here. Surprisingly able to live 2 out of 3 hits, but...
And there comes our old boy Jabba.
Yeah, kind of invalidating Surging Strikes and a potential Aqua Jet from Urshifu here.
Can Jabba survive without getting one-shot this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's all victim to Regieleki Grass Terra Blast and to Trailblaze in the last couple matches. Not really seeing a grass type move coming from him here.
Yeah.
But we could be surprised.
I don't think Urshifu really gets any grass moves, and Screamtail I doubt would run any grass moves.
Did they get Grass Knot? Because if so, that would be really funny.
Maybe.
Yeah, a few changes, and I think that turn plays out very differently. I think if you Terra normal, it doesn't take nearly as much from Play Rough, and then you pivot out into Gastrodon, and then this turn.
Yeah, and also with the Terra normal, you just deal a lot more damage with Boom Burst too.
But yeah, now Delta's in a very dangerous position here, with Como very much threatened to get KO'd by the Urshifu or by the Screamtail again, considering it was faster. I wonder what Gastrodon's gonna do here. How it can slow them down. Maybe some Muddy Water, hoping for some accuracy drops. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
yes, although
Muddy Water would be pretty good for Jewel here.
Yeah, he'd have to protect the Komodo if he goes... oh wait, no, it doesn't hit allies, not like Surf, I'm dumb. Never mind. Edit that part out, please.
yeah, let's see what Delta does to turn this turn around. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're seeing a protect from Screamtail, which is good because Fire Blast has Flamethrower went into it. And yeah, you turn.
That's surprising.
I had a feeling Komura was going down this turn anyway, though, and into the Volcarona.
Barely taking anything from that Ice Beam.
Just tanks that Ice Beam. And out comes Luffy.
I feel like this is still a good position here for Delta. I mean, the Urshifu is no longer here. If you have a water move that isn't Surf, you could fire it off into Volcarona, get a fire move into the Screamtail. I guess you're still in danger, but it's likely running Focus Sash if I take a guess. Or that could be on Barraskewda. What else could you do? I guess, does Inferno get Poison Jab or Gunk Shot? Or am I misremembering that?
It might get one of them. I can check here.
Yeah, just don't really. Yeah, especially if Screamtail can get a Reflect Up, or
oh, it gets both.
A Ledge Screen, because this Infernape in the past has been special based. Based. If it gets a screen up, I just don't see Infernape being able to do that much good.
Yeah, it gets both Poison Jab and Gunk Shot, but I guess if it's a special set, it would opt to run Gunk Shot. But...
No, Gunk Shot is physical.
Oh, wait, Gunk Shot's physical.
Yeah, Gunk Shot is physical. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't see this Infernape being able to do that much into this.
Yeah.
Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, that's where it goes.
Protect?
We're seeing the Protect from Volcarona.
Go for a Vacuum
Which
Wave.
is good because it was targeted by the Vacuum Wave. And a Play Rough deals a good amount into Infernape, 35%. Java has Earth Power, gets tanked well by Screamtail. And Volcarona restores with leftovers. We close out turn 3. Coming in, let's see how things proceed here. Not that much to change other than just a bit of chip damage on both sides. We're seeing Screamtail protecting this time, just cycling those protects.
Ooh, the nasty plot.
But Luffy takes a chance to nasty plot. That could be big. But Volcarona also sets up with Quiver Dance. And the spikes are laid out by Java.
Well, I mean, now Inferno can start dishing out some real damage with this. Corona's gonna start annihilating.
Yeah, well,
things.
Honestly, with this being a special Infernape, that hinders its ability to hurt Volcarona with this Quiver Dance being up. Takes the special defense boost.
Yeah,
this is where Jewel really would have benefited from running a physical Infernape in this game, particularly because of the threat of Quiver Dance.
But I mean, I guess if you have Barraskewda, then you're not as worried about it having to run physical moves. But it looks like he did not bring it this game.
Yeah, and another play rough from Screamtail, that takes it just pretty much within one more hit of being KO'd. So a double up could just kill Infernape here, depending on what move comes out.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it is faster still.
Yeah, that photosynthesis on the speed.
Oh, the Giga Drain. Doesn't get the KO though.
Ooh, barely, living at 1%. And Ice Beam not doing much and not getting the freeze either.
Yeah,
Volcarona gets back up to full health with leftovers.
The Grass Knot into Volcarona. Maybe he was thinking a switch was coming out, but I don't. Maybe at the Water Terra. I don't see what the Grass Knot does here.
Yeah, me neither. How heavy is Volcarona even?
I would assume not that heavy. Well, it's heavy enough, but not for Grass Knot to do that much damage. It's quad resistant, I think.
Definitely
not. Exactly.
100 base power.
It's not like there's a Garganacl waiting in the back that could switch in.
I guess that's why you pack Grass Knot, but not firing it off into this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just none of these mons are really threatening either Screamtail or Volcarona, because I'm assuming Jabba the Hutt has Surf, but obviously he doesn't want to fire it off next to Infernape.
Yeah, well, I mean, Muddy Water would make sense, like we said earlier. But then again, after Quiver Dance, how much would Muddy Water really do?
Yeah, not much. Yeah, offensively, it's just not a good position to be in. Both of these Pokemon are walling you out, and Volcarona is setting up on you.
Yeah, but these are also the only two that Delta has left as well at this point. You can't even switch.
Yeah, not much you can do in this situation.
Yo, Screamtail switched out into Oricorio. Oricorio doing its very best as a cheerleader for that. Look at those pom-poms go.
Yeah, Volcarona definitely needed the support there, obviously, to Quiver Dance setup. But yeah, very good on him.
Hey, Oricorio's doing his best cheerleading. Just look at those pom-poms.
Yeah. Spike's doing absolutely nothing that game.
VOLCARONA, Volcarona. Yeah, Oricoro's doing
it would have been really funny if you spelled that wrong while doing that.
Trust me, I was trying very hard not to spell it wrong.
What adjustments do you foresee coming for game 2?
I think definitely Barraskewda instead of Gastrodon, because it probably is running Surf, considering it didn't fire off a water move into the Volcarona. I think Como-O tearing off Rip is definitely better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, Julian even uses Terra.
Yeah,
I don't think either player actually.
Yeah, no Terras at that game. And if you're M, you kind of just lead off with the same lead. It did pretty well last time. There's not much on.
Yeah, like, what else that could possibly be brought could, like, bring it further? I mean, if Barraskewda is brought out, you just set up Reflect with Screamtail and just go ham with Urshifu. I mean, they can't do much to Urshifu. Yeah, let's head in and see.
See how differently the leads are.
There's the Barraskewda, like we were talking about, alongside the Colossal. We'll definitely try the Puck Steam Engine early, probably. As we see differently from them, he's going with Dancer mode. Volcarona plus Oricorio Pom-Pom.
But what M could also do here is a Rage Powder and just denying the water move into Colossal.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, I could very well see Barraskewda hitting a flip turn into Colossal right now.
And then, who knows, maybe even like a Terra Water Rage Powder.
And then Oricorio could probably pick up at least a good amount of damage onto Barraskewda here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Just deny Steam Engine. And Oricorio just threatens Skewda so much.
Yeah. Alright, I think we should see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Volcarona
protects turn 1. Not the Rage Powder, but the Aqua Jet did go into Volt. He did not opt to go for that. And Oricorio used the Quiver Dance. And that's
much after that. Quiver Dance spit F buff.
Yeah, special defense boost. And everyone just gets so scared offensively what Quiver Dance does, it feels like the special defense boost gets overlooked sometimes.
I am really surprised Delta didn't fire off Aqua Jet to Colossal, because if he did, he'd be very well set up to deal with both of these Pokemon.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, Rock Slide just kind of rips into both of these.
Yeah. However, from the looks of things, though, Colossal might be running a special set with Flamethrower there.
True. Interesting.
Venus policy does boost both attack and special attack, so that could very well be possible.
It does. Yeah, well, let's find out what happens in turn 2.
Ooh, the
Aqua Jet But the Revelation Dance will take down Barraskewda instead. And it takes another Flamethrower, no harm, no foul there. And out comes Como-O. And the Screamtail makes his grand return. Photosynthesis boosting speed after the booster energy. And Corio Roost losing his flying tail, also losing its weakness to rock there. And light screen
Light
is
screen
up.
from.
And Clangorous Soul!
Clangorous Soul, but Dancer copies
Dancer.
it.
I forgot that was a dance move. My lord. Huh.
Uh-oh.
Actually, did not know that.
Now just super strong here,
Wow.
getting an
Actually, did
Octopus
not.
and 2 Quiver Dances.
I'll be honest. I call that a dual move, except I honestly did not know that Clangorous Soul counted as a dance move.
I'm
That's
surprised
crazy.
too. Interesting.
Wow. That's like a. That's gotta be like the one time that interaction's ever been seen in Pokemon history.
Wow.
Yeah, I think now Jules' highest priority has to just be to get rid of that Oricorio as soon as he can. That thing could probably just sweep through the rest of his team even if it's only just packing Revelation Dance and Hurricane.
Yeah, I think you. Do you Terra Normal here? Because I guess you don't have to worry about Play Rough if you kill it first, but then you make yourself less resistant to any electric move that Oricorio fires off.
Yeah. I mean, this Oricorio is just in such a good, scary good position right now. I mean, it got it got an Omni Boost right there, on top of already having Quiver Dance.
Yeah, I don't think
Ooh.
Colossal can hurt it because it seems to be running only special moves. And then even with Boom Burst, with the double boost that I just got, I don't think that even kills Oricorio at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, his special defense has got to be through the roof right now.
Yeah.
And especially with Light Screen, it's not hurting it at all.
Yeah. I think it might just be curtains for Jewel thanks to that Clangorous Soul play.
Yeah, let's watch it unfold. Yeah. Another boost from Oricorio.
Rose just completely gaining all that health back.
And Screamtail is immune to it.
And there's that Play Rough
and
just
that Play Rough just takes it out. As you saw last game.
Immediately.
Yeah, as I found out the hard way, Screamtail's Play Roughs can hit surprisingly hard, but Gardevoir traces Dancer.
Yeah, it likely can't do much because it's not going to Quiver Dance again, knowing that it has the ability now. But
it would be very funny though.
It would be funny. I wouldn't be. I'd be surprised if we see the trick again.
But... Oh man, now I kind of wish that this Dancer Gardevoir could have been out next to Kamaho to see a Clangorous Soul.
Yeah.
Oh,
but there is no Quiver Dance. All right. I'm having fun.
do we see Delta with an attack, or do we see with Trick? Oh, we see Psychic, but it failed. Why would Psychic fail there?
Wait, what?
Wait. Is it because it's potentially choiced? And that means it's locked into Quiver Dance?
Does it work like that?
Oh my
god.
That
would be a crazy interaction if it was.
I can't really think of another reason why Psychic would fail there.
Shut down Gardevoir completely here.
That is actually the biggest brain play I have ever seen. Using Quiver Dance to use the Dancer to lock you out of any moves. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that is one... We're seeing some weird Dancer interactions here.
Yeah, either it was BM to let it get a Dancer, or it was the biggest brain move I think I've ever seen in doubles. Both of which are very funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What do you do now? You can't. This thing can't hurt Oricorio. Rapid spin? There's no hazards.
Yeah.
Like, boom.
Yeah, Revelation Dance goes in the Gardevoir. It survives thanks to the Quiver Dance it got.
It attack, at least. Yeah, it's not doing
much. The Revelation Dance off. Okay, so it's not locked into Quiver Dance.
Yeah,
but
can't use Psychic.
Fail.
And that thing's Encored. It's not gonna do much with
Rapid
Spin.
It's Encored into Rapid Spin.
Yeah, that's kind of game right there.
Yeah, this is just an insane thing here. Adam was just locking in dance moves to prevent Gardevoir from even doing anything.
Yep,
Here's another roost from Choreo.
Better to be safe than sorry, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the encore's over. I think he just... Oh.
Okay, that one's a little BM.
Yeah. Oh.
He's getting cheeky here.
But I mean, if you're this far in the head, why not go for it? I guess.
In the head?
In the head, yeah. You're far in the head. You saw the big brain play that M just pulled off.
Oh, true.
I have speed.
That speed is times 4.
Just at max speed, but it can't do anything with it as M takes the game here.
That should not have gone 11 turns.
Yeah, that was just an insane turn of events from M there. It was just a complete squash that second game.
I think those are two dance interactions I'm not sure have ever been seen in Pokemon play before.
Yeah, I didn't even know that ability worked that way with the choice item.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know that Clanger Soul was a dance move. That's crazy.
I knew that it was a sound move, but I didn't know it was a dance move as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Como does do a little shimmy, but I didn't think it was that much.
He shimmies in style.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on to a really, I would assume, good set between Kawasaki and Hunter here.
Yeah, 2 of the stronger teams in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do like seeing Mudsdale being brought from... I do like seeing Joe bringing Mudsdale. That could be a good switch into Alecki.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's bringing actually a pretty similar team to what he brought against me last week with a pretty much everything the same except for Mudsdale and Talonflame replacing Uxie and Vulpix.
Yeah. Not going for Sun this time, even with Walking Wake on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walking Wake is just kind of hard to remove if you're not Dragonite, and even then, Dragonite wants to go for E-Speed, not for a Dragon move.
Yep.
Yeah, Walking Wake is actually very scary into this team.
Yeah, definitely threatens a lot.
Let's see what type of leads we have.
Of course, Dragonite could definitely normal Terra to avoid its weakness there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Quillfish starter.
Oh wow, we have own tempo Mudsdale and not stamina. Very interesting here.
Ooh. Although, given Hunter being one of the main Intimidate users in the league, I'm not too surprised to see own tempo. In fact, I'll probably be seeing that given that I have multiple Intimidators on my own team.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, what is... I mean, this Quillfish could do a couple of things. It could explode, which I wouldn't put it past it. It could go for Destiny Bond if it fears the Dragonite. Yeah, if anyone would do it, it would be Joe Kawasaki. But we could see Destiny Bond if it thinks it's gonna get OHKO'd by Dragonite here. A taunt.
And I feel any set with Joe is a treat given just how out of the box he plays.
A taunt maybe denying any Will-O-Wisps from Arcanine if it has that move. And then Muskeo kind of just scares Arcanine out, I think.
Yeah, I mean, just getting Intimidate off on its own, Quillfish has already contributed greatly here into this lead. Let's see, turn 1. Dragonite switching out, I like that.
We do see the Will-O-Wisp. Ooh, Gong Shot, but it does miss.
Again, Rock Slide deals very solid damage into Arcanine. And yeah, I really like how Hunter switched Dragonite out there. It gets rid of the attack drop and just keeps it safe from threats like that Rock Slide. And this Will-O-Wisp has also broken a possible sash that could have been on Qwilfish.
What Hunter could also do is actually burn his own Milotic, actually, and give it, what's it called?
Ooh, the Marvel Scale?
Yeah, Marvel Scale.
Yeah, if it's not running competitive, that is.
Yeah, Mudscale's now actually threatened by Milotic here. Can't just fire off Rock Slides or high horsepowers and such, even if it wants to KO Arcanine here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Milotic has to deal with Mudsdale from Hunter's point of view because there's not much else that could do that much against it.
Yeah. And if Hunter has Kawasaki has a good Terra type on Mudsdale to just completely shut down anything that Milotic could possibly have.
Which is very, very possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what Kawasaki is cooking. Chef Kawasaki. Ooh, the pivot into
Switching out Qwilfish for Ogerpon. Mold Breaker's up, and Ice Tower on Mudsdale.
Ice, very interesting here.
As Arcanine protects, getting the read on the protect, and that Skull not doing much, and does not get the burn. High Horsepower did go into the protect though.
Yeah, definitely an interesting Terra type. I mean,
I like that Qwilfish switched out because, especially since he knows that Dragonite's waiting in the back with its full text at back, he could save another Intimidate for later in the match to get it off again.
I am interested into what the Ice Terra type is for, because it does put you at threat of not only Arcanine, but, what's it called, Scizor as well.
Interesting, I guess, just not wanting to die to a Scald.
But yeah, Ogerpon just kind of could OHKO
Yeah,
Milotic.
Ogerpon really threatening Milotic here with a potential Horn Leech, yeah. And it can't even get burned by Scald due to being a fire type. Or I think fire types can be burned.
I don't think they can. But either way, it still takes quite a bit of damage from Scald.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
To switch on to Scizor.
Arcanine out for Scizor. And yep, there's Qwilfish coming back for another Intimidate. I can see it cycling out again soon, even. And it's Dragon Terra, Milotic. Good defensive Terra from Hunter.
Yeah, this position's much better for Milotic here. It no longer has to deal with any of Ogerpon's stab. But
yeah. However, Magikarp can
Yeah,
kind of
Dragon
just
Terra.
ruin Scizor here.
Yeah,
I can see Qwilfish switching, just like switching back out again here for another threat, coming back for another Intimidate later in the game.
But yeah, let's see. I would assume you switch out his Scizor here because Ogerpon kind of just bonks you.
Yeah, especially with the Terra committed. I mean, just ID Cudgel, boom, you're dead.
But yeah, let's see what this. Yep, the pivot back out.
Yep.
Into Mudsdale. And into Dragonite.
And there's Dragonite, yeah. And with just the protect. Yeah, and that gets rid of a possible multi-scale as well. That was a good turn. That was a good turn for Drow.
Yeah.
We do see the helping hand coming in.
Knocking off those leftovers.
Ooh, Iron.
The Iron Head does
Mudsdale
in one blow. And out comes Flutter. Oh, and it's a Dragon Terra Milotic. This Fluttermane is very, very threatening.
Yeah. Anything that Fluttermane's scared of, Ogerpon can just bonk with an Ivy Cudgel.
Yeah, and we do know all 4 of Hunter's Pokemon in this game, and Regieleki is not one of them.
Yeah.
This Fluttermane is just set up really well right now. And there's always the threat of just switching Quillfish back in to get another Intimidate off on the Dragonite. Yep, Dragonite switching out.
The Protect. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yep, we see Gleam.
Gleam still getting Arcanine for about a quarter of its health.
And the knockoff just getting right back down there again. Just nullifying the Citrus Berry. As Arcanine goes for the Protect here on turn 7. And that Gleam, yeah.
Ooh, barely doesn't take out Dragonite. Oh,
but
the double
up
hit
does.
some Melodic gets the KO.
Yeah, I like that double there, because what does Arcanine really do into these two here?
Not much.
Yeah, exactly. I really like that double Melodic. Now Scizor is forced to be sent back out, and he could just switch out Ogerpon into Quillfish, get another Intimidate off, just keep Fluttermane out there, and then just cycle Ogerpon back in away from the Intimidate, and just go to town.
Honestly, if I were Joe here, though, I'd probably switch out Fluttermane instead of a Bullet Punch from Scizor.
That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Cosmo can just take out Scizor immediately, and Quillfish can get that Intimidate on Arcanine and Scizor.
Yeah, Ogerpon is also affected by Intimidate from Arcanine, though.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it's still quad weak though, and the Terra type has already been committed to Milotic, which is already KO.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do like that play of pivoting Fluttermane back out to Quillfish. Make sure, because Fluttermane just wins the end game here, hands down. But...
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, Dragonite can't Terra, Dragonite just dies to a Gleam.
Like, sure, it's packing
just
Iron Head, but it's not faster.
Yeah, just switch out Fluttermane, take out Scizor, and then put Flutter back in.
Yeah, let's see how it plays out. Yep, we do see the pivot.
Yep, and there we have it.
Yeah.
So much value out of Intimidate.
Yep,
although the Dragonite did come in after the Quillfish Whip, crucially though, so Dragonite did not get hit by that Intimidate at all.
Gets intimidated.
It also gets, yeah, that's a second Intimidate onto Ogerpon. It's at half its attack stat. But then again, there's also Fluttermane in the deck, which just deals with these two pretty handedly.
Yeah, even though Ogerpon doesn't do a lot of damage here, you can't really switch it out, so you can't endanger your Fluttermane. You kind of just have to do as little damage as you can. But I wonder what other moves Quillfish is running, because we've only seen Gunk Shot so far. It's mainly just been intimidating here.
Yeah, which, hey, it's been getting a lot of value out of that. Just forcing switches from your opponent, otherwise just your attacks just don't do enough. Into a team where Hunter brought almost all physical attackers.
Yeah, let's see. Extreme Speed, barely doing nothing pretty much. Knockoff?
Yeah,
smart. Ooh,
Knockoff gets rid of Assault Vest on Dragonite. That just enables Fluttermane even more, and a crit crunch on the Arcanine gets into critical health territories.
The Iron Head predicting the switch there. Smart. But yeah, you do lose more to switch out than you do just taking damage. Ogerpon.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in Joe's position, you kind of just repeat the turns again, because you're not losing much taking damage on both Quillfish and Ogerpon, because Quillfish probably running Eviolite and Ogerpon's not taking much damage from either.
Exactly, you just pretty much wait for one of your monsters to die to get the free switch in.
Yeah, let's see how Hunter tries to switch the tides if he can. Goes for the Protect.
Protect on Arcanine. Try to keep it in the game as long as possible. Only doesn't do much to Dragonite, but does give Ogerpon a little bit of healing.
The Aerial Waste.
The Aerial Waste does take an Ogerpon though, but again, that just gives Joe a free switch into Flutter. And Arcanine already used Protect, and since Dragonite's Assault Vest, we know it doesn't have it, so I think just Dazzling Gleam just ends the game right here.
Yeah. The Helping Hand, maybe going for Extreme Speed, I would assume. It doesn't even matter. Yeah,
no, yeah. Extreme Speed wouldn't have even touched Flutter anyway, so he couldn't really.
But yeah, the Quillfish just putting in work with this Intimidate the whole game. Let's see how Hunter adapts in game 2.
Yeah, Hunter played well, but the Intimidate cycling was very strong, and just Flutter Mane is just so good. So dangerous.
I mean, considering we didn't see the Terra type of Dragonite, I almost wonder if he brings Terra Steel Dragonite to deal with the Flutter Mane. Because we did see the
that would be interesting.
Because Extreme Speed doesn't do much.
Yeah, I was running that, and we only saw Terra commit out to Milotic in game 1.
But yeah, if I'm Joe, I probably do just lead Flutter Mane in the back. You want to make sure you get rid of Scizor first, anything else that could threaten it. Quillfish definitely is a good lead here again. Maybe Talonflame, try to get up some tailwinds. Yeah, especially if you don't want Scizor, you can have Talonflame in the front. Completely body Scizor coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's really interesting now what leads could possibly change from more specifically Hunter, but also Kawasaki as well.
Yeah, let's see what leads we got.
Here we go.
We do see the Talonflame.
Talonflame plus Walking Wake this time. Different mode coming out from Kawasaki as it's Arcanine and Scizor coming from Joe. The Intimidate is gotten off, but Walking Wake doesn't really care that much. And Talonflame's probably here more for Tailwind support, I'd assume.
Yeah, but it likely still has a Flare Blitz or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably set up
Yeah, but honestly, here, Walking Wake just puts so much immediate pressure on this lead.
Because I do believe Walking Wake gets Flamethrower too, so...
Yeah,
on both
it does.
Of them, just... Yeah, if you're Hunter, you're gonna have to pick and choose which Pokemon you want out, which one you think is getting threatened here.
I could see him wanting to switch out to switch out Arcanine to save an Intimidate for later.
Yeah, especially how well it kind of shut down.
And just keep it away from Wake.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Then again, Scizor is also probably your best bet against Flutter Mane.
Yeah, we do see this.
Yeah, Scizor switching out for Lucky and Arcanine Protect.
Tailwind,
Yep, there's that Tailwind coming from Flame.
And
Flamethrower goes into Lucky. It was targeting the Scizor slot. That did a lot to Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky may be fast and have good special attack, but it's super frail.
Yeah.
It's
just a fast nuke is all it just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, though. Interestingly, we're also seeing Wake running Life Orb. Yeah, I do like Hunter bringing a Lucky in game 2, especially after how much of a factor Intimidate played in game 1. Interesting to see whether Joe has Mudsdale in the back to deal with that or not, because that could wreak a lot of havoc on Joe's team.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's even faster at this point, because with enough speed investment and Tailwind, Walking Wake could
outspeed. Tailwind is up, yeah.
And Talonflame still has priority flying moves. If it could want to launch in a Brave Bird if it wants to. I don't think it'd KO, but it could.
Yeah, I mean, is it really running Brave Bird though? Because it only gets a one-time priority after the gens haven't changed to Gale Wings. We're not in 2014 anymore.
Rip Talonflame. Anyways, still gonna put in work here. Let's see what it does. Pivot into Dragonite.
Nice swap to Drago.
Hunter playing very defensively here. Oh, the Sunny Day.
Sunny Day from Talonflame. Vulpix is not his only Sunsetter.
Very cheeky. Putting Sunny Day on Talonflame. That must mean it has the focus sash, because if not, if your strategy relies around getting Talonflame, Sunny Day, you could be running focus.
I mean, Joe's team in general just really likes having the sun up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you're in Hunter's position, what do you do here?
Do you try to like a speedy dragon type attack trying to take out Wake? I just keep trying to play around Talonflame here, especially since it's been intimidated. Like, I can see it like maybe double up in the Wake, or maybe like Dragon hits in the Wake plus Electro Web.
Yeah, I can see that. No, Electro
Yeah.
Web. But this Talonflame here, if it gets a Flare Blitz off and it gets a burn onto Dragonite, that could be not very good.
Yeah. I think Dragon Terra Normal is probably extreme speed.
Yeah, it doesn't pick up the KO
There's
though.
lots of Wake there.
We do see the Brave Bird.
It was Gilwing's
Thanks for
Brave
another day.
Bird. Lucky.
You fool, it is 2014. The future is now. You see the Drake Meteor.
Yeah, that Dragon Terra probably saved Dragonite's life there. There comes Arcanine for another Intimidator onto Talonflame.
Yeah, even with Photosynthesis and Life Orb, Walking Wake does not pick up the KO there with Draco.
Yeah, now Wake has its special attack halved after that Draco Meteor too.
Yeah, you could kind of just... You could freely Extreme Speed it again, pick up the KO, but you gotta worry about the Talonflame and hitting you with another Brave.
I just feel with its special attack being halved, I mean, do you really want it off the field right now? Cause like, how much is it really gonna do now?
Yeah, it's not gonna do much, but it can still get a burn, which is always scary.
Oh yeah, it's Hydra Steam.
And Hydra Steam. Yeah, let's see what plays out. Oh, the pivot into Quillfish.
See, Wake swapping the Quillfish. I like that switch a lot. That's a big Intimidate. But Dragonite swaps for Scizor, which gets around it. In the second Extreme Speed user in Arcanine comes out. Overall, though, not other than the pivots, not much happened that turn damage-wise.
But Talonflame, if it's running Flare Blitz, it's its last move. Scizor's kind of doesn't want to stay out here either.
Yeah, Talonflame has also been to Intimidate to this point.
You could almost pivot it back out into Dragonite here. But I guess you don't want to take another... You don't want to take either Flare Blitz or to Dragonite.
Honestly, I could see either of Joe's Pokemon switching back into Wake.
Yeah.
You just get it with the stats reset.
Yeah, let's see what pivots we get, if any.
Yeah, as Tailwind comes to an end. Yeah, is Ogerpon.
No, all Pokemon on Joe's side.
You still with the Colossus of the Sun remaining.
Ooh, the fire no longer affecting Will-O-Wisp.
That was a very good switch into Ogerpon. And I just realized there's a
Wing Beam misses.
Oh, that's big. And Talonflame could also be running Heat Rock. We could still have 5 turns of Sun left.
Yeah.
I just realized Heat Rock is very possible here.
Yeah, but now Ogerpon even more set up with the Sun, especially if it does have Heat Rock.
Yeah. That miss on Dual Wing is just so unfortunate, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scizor is in a very bad position right now. I think Scizor's got to switch out, but Joe probably knows that, too.
I like that switch. Quillfish is doing so much with that Terra.
Yeah, and then Body Aspect is activated on Ogerpon. Fire Terra and Body Aspect with the Sun. Those cudgels are going to do a lot of damage, and Scizor stayed in and goes down to the Ivy Cudgel. And now comes Dragonite as Hunter's down to his final 2 mons. Right, Dragonite was pretty low on health. If he's just Dragonite, then it probably just would have died there anyway. Yeah, I guess he just kind of had to. You just kind of had to sack Scizor here to get Dragonite out.
Yeah, I think if you're Joe, you probably switch Qwilfish out again, just so you can get another Intimidate to last at least 2 mons. And then
Yeah, because again, Walking Wake pressures both of these.
And then Ogerpon is just free to Spiky Shield, preparing for Extreme Speed coming in.
Yeah, very interesting after how Game 1 went, seeing Joe not even bring Flutter Mane in Game 2.
Yeah, we do see the Spiky Shield.
Ooh, the Spiky Shield, yeah. And the Extreme Speed does go into the Spiky Shield. That's gonna hurt.
It's the chip here. And the
And
Crunch
finishes off Dragonite. And yeah, at this point, it's
Curtain's Hunter here.
It's a half attack Arcanine against Joe's entire team.
Yeah. It's pretty much an impossible task.
Yeah,
and there's Cudgel. And by the way, based on his turn listed, it was indeed Heat Rock being run on Talonflame this time.
Yeah.
And a 2-0 for Kawasaki.
Yeah, very well played on his part. And this Qwilfish is doing so much.
Yeah, I think Joe's definitely the biggest threat of the league so far.
There we have it for weeks 2 and 3 here.
Yes, this was a lot of fun. We saw 2 very interesting sets happen here. I'd like to thank Scrumptious Bread and Daniel 1018 for commentating with me. And this was Cygnus X 1018. Signing off.
Wait. There we go.
Yay.
Alright, here we go. We are in the battle now. We have Aqua Sen against Daniel 1018.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I wanted. Thank you, Armando. Alrighty. So I am bad at Pokemon, but I recently fought Marcus. So oh my God, wait, this is the same team he threw against me.
Yeah, he said that.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Slowking and Golden Go lead up against Iron Hands and Cresselia.
With the Slowking, I think Chilly Reception is just like the everyone and their mother's going to do that for Slowking. I don't know what other big opener he has on Slowking.
Well, it's been beaten out by Fake Out there.
Yeah.
Golden takes a decent chunk out of Cresselia there, but there's
I'm surprised to see a Goldengo lead. I know he led Goldengo against Cal. Against me, I didn't see it once, but when he usually leads Goldengo, I'm used to seeing him.
Good damage from that Fire Punch.
Yeah, Fire Punch. The elemental punches, they come in. I'm used to seeing him turn 1 Goldengo, go into the Dragon Terra.
Ooh, that was a good move. The reverse Trick Room from Slowking.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of it. I like that play a lot.
Yeah. What's up, Armando?
Yeah, the Dragon Terra did well.
Yeah, the Dragon Terra did really good. I was surprised I didn't see it. I slotted Ice Punch on Ursaluna and Ice Beam on Clefairy just in case, but luckily I didn't have to pull it out.
Yeah. Yeah, Shadow Ball. Although Lunar Blessing is just keeping Daniel's Pokemon topped off.
Right when I was gonna say that,
I'm so sorry, Marcus. That's just so funny.
Oh, no.
Right when I was saying this lead's looking a little immortal, turns out I was wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel's lead's looking pretty immortal right now.
Well, that goes without saying. It's Cresselia Iron Hands.
Yeah. Lunar Blessing go burr.
Yeah, actually, though. Yeah, I think swapping out. That was definitely the right play. That was a pick unless he swapped it out manually.
Ooh, got the special defense drop.
That's pretty big. I don't think we're going to see him leave the field quite yet, though.
Yeah, although Marcus,
especially since Trick just got up.
Yeah, now with looking down the field, he can't reverse it like he did last time. This time around.
Good recognition from Daniel to just pop it, frame 1.
Yeah, I feel like we see a Protect on Hydreigon and maybe a Nasty Plot.
I was gonna say Nasty Plot too. Yeah, I think that's a
good switch.
Rep.
Ooh, the special defense drop onto Crest.
Oh my god.
Oh, how horribly unfortunate.
Iron Hands barely survives that. 2% HP.
I don't think we can afford. We can't afford to see a Nasty Plot right here, right now. I think Marcus needs to be very active.
No, yeah, he needs to push the offensive.
If I was Marcus right here, I'd want to pivot. I think Hydreigon is fair. I'll go on a limb and say he's fairly safe. I doubt a Fire Punch would be enough to take him to a one-hit kill right here.
I feel like a pivot back into Slowking could be good.
I agree.
Yeah, saving Golden Go for the end game that way. Though, on the other hand, I feel Marcus might want just offensive pressure out to set the Lunar Blessing that might be coming as well. And just maybe just like trying to guarantee that KO on Iron Hands.
Yeah, and plus Golden Go looks really good for late game here. Once
yeah.
Is up, or not up
anymore. Alright.
So yeah, it's like kind of either like set Golden Go to...
Let's just hope he doesn't become string cheese too soon.
Oh, thank God.
We're looking for a Protect, doing everything he wanted to do.
Outside Dragon!
But Brick Break will do it. If not Fire Punch, I guess Brick Break. Oh yeah, Stab. So that'll do it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And
Great Tusk. Very solid. I've seen
Marcus' final mon.
I smell Terra type coming from Marcus here. Y'all smell it?
Yeah, probably on Tusk.
I smell a Terra.
I smell a Terra. Low HP really to get that much out of it unless he.
I agree.
You'll all in for Make It Rain.
Oh, I smell that. I did smell a Terra, but from the wrong side, as Cresselia goes into a poison type. Yeah, we see that.
But down goes Hands, but down goes Tusk's defenses too, and it took a large chunk of damage to that Psychic.
All right, we have seen Daniel's lead finally crumbled on turn 7. This is looking not too hot for Marcus.
Now out comes Blood Moon. There is one turn of Trick Room left, but Cresselia is still out there to be able to set it up. However, I'm not too sure about Cresselia's Poison Terra here against the Psychic type in Slowking.
I doubt Slowking's gonna be used for, psychic attacking.
Yeah.
More of a purely supporter. Oh,
and
there's Blood Moon.
Slowking.
What a cool signature move that is.
Ah, damn.
Close Combat does take down Luna though, and Trick Room is about to expire as well. And out comes Slow Bro now that Slowking's left the field.
No. Levitate's not gonna be too
and
cute.
Goes Tusk.
There's there's your psychic user. the Slowking on the other side.
No, that was Cresselia that used it.
Oh really?
We didn't even get to see Slowbro use any move.
Oh whoops! All right, damn you, Slowbro. Damned to uselessness you are.
So there are any adjustments you could see coming as we head into game 2 here this time?
I wouldn't be surprised to see a very similar lead from Marcus, but with a more bursty lead, blowing Terra to get through Cresselia.
Going Terra on Golden Go.
Yeah, maybe like the Terra Nasty Plot, just because it's not really getting any KOs like raw. It needs a bit of a boost.
Yeah. Although I guess Terra Dragon could be threatened by that Sylveon on Daniel's side though.
Actually, I almost think Golden Go next to Ninetales could be good. Set up Aurora Veil at the same time while setting up
Nasty Plot. I agree with that. Except for the fact that we saw Brick Break, so I'm not too certain about
I could scare Marcus away from running Aurora Veil. I think it's still
realistically so. I think Aurora Veiling here is a terrible play, especially since Omni Iron Hands is going to be very, very present throughout the entire match.
Yeah. And we're seeing Murkrow and Ninetales lead.
Alright, so Marcus is actually taking it a little slower, going for a big setup, which I disagree with this.
Yeah, also, it's going to be hard for Murkrow to really get some tailwind off with the presence of with just the big presence of Trick Room for Daily. Just needs to find some way to get Cresselia out of there fast.
Yeah. Not even got Cresselia. Well, I don't even think he should use Tailwind. Period. If
yeah, no.
Trick Room's yeah.
Maybe
Rid of the Trick Room setters.
He's got to have Taunt. Well.
Trick Room went off and the water
if,
charge kills
personally, Armando and his Divine Wisdom Encore pilled me. So if I'm Daniel here, my Murkrow is Encore, and I hit that Cresselia immediately.
And now out comes Hydreigon as Murkow's third. Do we see a Steel Terror this time around?
He's been pretty married to it the past 2 games. I don't know. I think we can see it. It's not out of the question.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the best idea here, though.
It's not. It's far from it. We know he has Fire Punch.
Yeah, exactly. It's Fire Punch and Brick Break.
There's a Poison type coming from
And there's the Brick Break going it anyway.
Brick Break going in Raw. Why not? Takes out the Terra type and the Dark type.
Yeah, and the Lunar Blessing basically gets both of Daniel's rounds up to full as Great Tusk comes out as Marcus's final option. Interesting that we're not even seeing Golden Go at all this game.
Yeah, GG Marcus.
Marcus definitely outfit. He's definitely Daniel.
Yeah, if that's not the nail in the coffin, I don't know what is.
You're deafened, Daniel. You shouldn't be speaking.
Whew, man.
And Daniel wins the game.
Game almost closer than I thought.
Trash talk from him.
Yeah.
Iron Hands Cresselia is so hard.
Hello.
Yeah, that was tough. GG.
GG.
Yeah. And that's primarily why. Wait, is commentary still going, or did it end when they said GG?
I don't know. Say something good. Maybe I'll keep it going longer.
Reddit Chungus.
All right, so we have Scrumptious Bread Armando versus Gino Benghazi Matthew.
Let's see, who are they gonna start with?
Pretty interesting match preview. I like seeing the Annihilate coming out from Matthew.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Gothitelle and Dugtrio both being led here. Just everyone is trapped.
Oh, yep. No one's switching out. No one's switching out.
Everyone is they are here to stay.
Well, actually, I mean, whatchamacallit?
Yeah, everyone is currently trapped.
Can switch out here with Chilly Reception, yeah?
Yeah, it can actually.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see a Trick Room from Matt's side here.
Would still be running.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go, especially against something like a Dugtrio.
The Dugtrio does.
Ooh, Dugtrio gets Sword Stance.
Well, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, Future Sight, not Trick Room. Very interesting.
Ooh, interesting move.
Okay. The Dugtrio does really threaten this Slowking here, being a poison type.
Yeah.
And also
he might have to Terra out or just Chilly Reception away.
Yeah, not being
unless he has Protect.
Bulky.
Unless he has Protect, yeah.
You could also, I mean, a Protect kind of seems like the obvious play here though.
Yeah.
I think.
Then again, the Dugtrio isn't very threatened here. It's pretty much free to set up the sword stance here.
Yeah, this lead from Matthew doesn't even really let him double up into Dugtrio that effectively.
Yeah, unless he's actually Slowking could possibly have like an ice move or something, but
I was thinking, yeah, maybe it has a water move because it came.
Yeah,
from
water or ice move.
So maybe he might want. So maybe he might want to try like a Sucker Punch or something on it.
Also, my fear is that
there's a Sucker Punch. Oh, but the Stomping
Tantrum gets the Oko. Ogre Pun is a menace. That is for sure.
On the back foot here.
You're down part of his lead. It's interesting that there still hasn't been a Trick Room set up. That could lead me to believe maybe it's not Ursaluna, but it could be something more like Annihilate. And speaking of which,
I'm
there it is.
thinking maybe that's what he was trying to do with the Slowking that turn, because the Sucker Punch didn't activate, so he was trying to set up something there.
The Sucker
Punch,
could
have, yeah.
He could have also potentially. He could have also potentially tried to sucker punch Gothitelle.
That's also true.
Yeah.
But I don't think you would expect Gothitelle to attack here.
Fair.
Yeah, Gothitelle definitely lies more on the support side in a lot of cases.
Yeah, see, Spiky Shield coming from Ogerpod.
Sucker punch.
Okay, the
the
ice
freeze? No.
Oh, but the
and there's the Future Sight.
Future Sight. The Future Sight picks up the KO.
Slow King from beyond the grave.
The Doug
Good
Trio
turn
is
for Matthew
gone,
there.
meaning Matthew can switch out as he pleases now.
Ooh, this Corviknight is a big threat.
Matthew also now has a 100 base power Rage Fist.
The room service coming in, likely meaning that this Corviknight is the least speed it can be at 64.
Yeah, honestly, for Matt's sake, I hope he has armor
here. Meaning it would be faster than the Annihilate in the Trick Room here.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Matt has like armors or something, this Corviknight could be very hard to remove from the field.
This is true.
It could also be possible that it's faster than the Gothitelle. Although it would be 1 point faster if Matt invested nothing into the speed.
Yeah.
And a negative speed nature as well.
That's true.
It's everything.
Gudra. Oh, he gets that Iron Defense. Drain Punch doing almost nothing there.
Is this gonna be a body press set? That could be dangerous for Gudra.
Very good timing on that Iron Defense.
I could very well see
I think Gudra's got
here with an Iron Defense, Roost, Power Trip, and body press.
Yeah.
That could be very scary for Matthew here, especially
with this Gudra.
He has so many Ghost Weeks.
Yeah, it's just this Corviknight is just such a good answer into the opposing Trick Room.
This Gudra could take a body press here. Oh, the Terror Poison. Gotta stop that.
Smart trap.
Acid Armor retaliating with his own defense boosts.
Okay, now I'm scared of that Gudra. That's whoa.
Yeah, those stomping tantrums still did a decent amount.
He's low right now, so.
Yeah. Gudra also has Rocky Helmet.
Spiky Shield and the Iron Defense.
Ooh, gonna heal.
Life Dew, very interesting. But he hits the Rage Fist, taking some damage.
Still though,
Spiky Shield.
I will say the Rage Fist is getting powered up every time this Annihilate gets hit.
Yeah.
And
up
with
to
the
a
life dew
horrifying 300 base power if it's hit 6 times, I think.
The Terror Water.
I think so. Yeah.
Increase that special
there's
defense.
Iron Body out.
There's the taunt. What the Draco Meteor?
Draco. Yeah.
Still does so little to that Corviknight.
And there's the Rage Fist, gonna take out the Ogre Pawn.
However,
Trick Room is over.
now
He
gone.
down from Armando. And Dragapult with Air Balloon is his last.
Yeah. Well. Is fighting immune to Ghost?
No.
No, Ghost is immune to fighting, but fighting is not immune to Ghost. It's neutral.
Okay. Because then this Annihilate is in a lot of pressure from this Dragapult here.
Yeah.
I can see Phantom Force coming out.
Me too.
This could also be special Dragapult with a Shadow Ball coming out here.
You do get a lot more variety with the special set, yeah.
Yeah. I could see either set really happening here. Physical or special.
Yeah.
Yeah, this turn will be crucial for both sides, I think.
Yeah. Oop, Gothitelle is back up. Step at the
And Reflective
Oh, that was terrifying.
Crits through. However, this Corviknight may be pretty difficult to get rid of the field, if not for those rocky helmets from Gudra here.
And now with a 3-1 lead here, it doesn't look like the Corviknight's gonna do
Oh,
enough.
and the fake out.
Yeah, that especially stops it.
Body press does almost nothing. It's crazy.
Even after all
I
those
could
defense
actually see a
boosts, the
Future
resist.
Sight
Well, that
here
Corviknight has so much
from
defense.
Matthew. That would actually probably be pretty helpful here, because
Yeah, I think the Future Sight would just win him the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Future Sight was from Slowking though, so I don't know if Gothitelle has it as well.
Oh, that was
Then
interesting.
again, yeah, this immunity
Oh,
from
good switch, yeah.
from Annihilate is going to come in handy, meaning the body press isn't going to
That's his
do
only attacking
anything.
move. Yeah.
Yeah, this is really just a war of attrition trying to get the
Oh, the Brave Bird.
Oh, you did have Brave Bird.
recoil gets it.
This was Armando, and Matthew takes game 1. Yeah, Matthew was just able to use numbers, just just play around the Corviknight, and then just was able to war of attrition it. Very well played.
Yeah, every time Armando looked to have a large offensive presence, Matthew was able to just maneuver his way around it. I mean, with the Doug Trio and the Dragapult.
If it weren't for Annihilate's presence with Defiant, I could possibly see Hisui and Arcanine coming out. But that Defiant is a big deterrent.
Yeah, and not only that, but like the fact that Matthew seems to be running Trick Room here, the Arcanine would probably be outsped in most of that case.
I guess that must has extreme speed. Yeah.
But even then, Annihilate is immune to extreme speed, so.
And there is the Arcanine out alongside Ogerpod, getting an Intimidate off. Not that Intimidate would really do much in the Gothitelle.
Interesting air balloon from Armarouge here. Fake out on. Ooh, and the Rock Slide, popping that balloon instantly. But
yeah,
the Trick Room goes up.
Good damage to Rouge.
Oh. Could this Gothitelle possibly have Psychic Terrain? As a move?
Wait,
if it does,
that would help
big.
for...
If it does, an Armarouge expanding force would go crazy right here.
That Armarouge is...
yeah, I don't know if this Armarouge is going to be in after this turn. Because, I mean, it's feeling the pressure from both the Ogerpon and the Arcanine right now. And unless this thing is the least amount of speed it can be, it's in a lot of danger, I think.
Oh, Luna switches in Destiny Bond!
Destiny Bond!
Oh, man!
Oh, that Arcanine's going down.
And there goes Arcanine!
But also, down goes Ursaluna to Ivy Cudgel.
Ivy Cudgel.
Such a good move.
It is.
Unfortunate switch there from Matt, but the Destiny Bond does take out the Arcanine. A little bit of remnants of his previous match against Joe, where he used Destiny Bond against him.
Yep, always learn from your opponents in the Draft League.
Yeah.
The Trick Room is up, though, meaning Matthew does have the speed advantage here.
The fake out acid armor move from Matthew.
Also, it's a physical.
The force is up!
Uh-oh.
It's likely going into the Gothitelle here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if he has Protect, I think he had Protect last game. He can just Protect here and probably be safe.
I think Phantom Force might hit through Protect, though.
Does it?
Maybe wrong. It does. It bypasses Protect.
Force does.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hope Matt knows that.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
And he doesn't.
Does he know?
And he doesn't. No! Oh, no!
No, and it's gone.
That's so sad.
With only one turn remaining of Trick Room.
I don't think this is quite over yet, though. If we get another good meteor defense on the Goodra is pretty helpful in this situation.
However, what could be interesting though, an Ivy Cuddle crit could do more than Matthew is hoping here. Because of that increased chance.
We also don't have Trick Room on the field anymore, and Dragapult is a fast boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even as they're hitting the Goodra, they're taking recoil from the Rocky Helmet. This Dragapult won't live another move.
Yeah. Poison Terror comes out.
Yeah.
Stopping Tantrum.
He presses Ogerpon. At least he got the right play there.
And here we'll see Armando's last mon, and it is Doug Trio.
Well, we're gonna see what happens here.
Switch, but not like he has any other Pokemon to switch out into.
The Phantom Force plus the
Phantom Force gets the kill, but the Stomping Tantrum takes it.
Yeah, the boost for the ground.
We are on to game 3.
Let's see who's gonna start out.
Do we see Slowking making a return for Matt here, I wonder?
It could be possible. I'm honestly just curious as to what Armando's Raichu could possibly be doing here.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised to see him bring it, especially with Ursaluna there.
Yeah, that's true, but I just wonder what Armando was thinking
I mean, it's likely
bring Raichu in the first place.
a fake out and Thunder Wave user mainly.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
coming in support.
Yeah, I mean it's quite fast. I feel like it would outspeed any of Matthew's Mons here, and a paralysis would go a long way in ensuring his win.
I wouldn't be surprised to just see the Ogerpon Arcanine lead again.
Yeah, the Ursaluna didn't come last game, so Armando could think to bring it this game.
And yep,
Leading
there's
the
Ogerpon
same way he did
Arcanine.
last game, though.
And Goodra got to tell in the lead this time. Yeah, Intimidate not really doing that much against these Pokemon. It's at its most valuable going against Ursaluna.
We could see a Steel type move from the Goodra here onto the Oh, actually no, it would be neutral. My fault. For fire.
We might just see. We could just see we could just see maybe like a Flare Blitz into Goodra coming from Arcanine.
Yeah.
That could be the case.
Yeah, unless he wants to focus back.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see an Iron Defense and a Trick Room from Matthew's side here.
Yeah.
Trying to set up.
Yeah. Unless Matt protects.
Iron Normal probably going for the E-Speed.
Flaky Shield. Terra Ground from Gothitelle.
Terra Blast Ground.
Not doing
so he's trying to kill the Arcanine right there and
I don't
then.
know if the Terra Ground is great here, especially with this Ogerpon on the field.
Yeah.
I understand. I think he wanted to try and pick up the KO there, but now you're in a lot of danger.
Both players having these just one tap it, and that Gothitell's gone, along with most likely Trick Room.
Yeah, that did surprisingly little into Arcanine. It's got to be distressing for Matthew.
I assume we're going to see a Protect from the Gothitelle to see what Armando's going to do. And
yeah,
maybe,
then that could allow Armando to double onto Goodra.
Yeah, maybe a Draco from the Goodra into the Ogerpon.
There's Protect. Oh, Ivy cuddled into the Protect. The Rock Slide, hoping for flinch.
Ooh,
no, another armor off.
Okay.
3 times defense for Matthew's Goodra.
What I've realized here is that Matthew is probably using Shell Armor for his Goodra set, probably most likely invalidating any chances of an Ivy Cuddle crit, or any other crit for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think this Goodra is just really good for Matt, especially with how physical Armando's team is.
Yeah.
Ivy Cudgel doing good damage into the Swift and to Annihilate.
Here with Goodra and Annihilate, but the question is, can he get the Life Dew off before Annihilate kicks the bucket?
Yeah, and the super effective if Body Press was able to make short work of that Arcanine as out comes Dragapult.
Yeah.
Looked like the normal Terra type still left him there, but at the same time, Rock was still weak to Body Press as well.
Yeah, he would have been weak to it either way.
Yeah.
I mean, this Goodra is very well set up here.
Yeah, I think we see a Spiky Shield
very physical. So there's not much that's threatening it right now. I'd say, even though this Annihilate is in a lot of trouble here, the Goodra can do a lot of damage here. It's definitely threatening the Dragapult with the Draco Meteor like we saw last game.
Yeah, although in Game 2 we did see it barely hang on. I don't know if that was a damage roll or if the Game 1 crit made all the difference.
That could be the case.
Yeah, the question is really, who does Matthew want to try to get rid of first? If Matthew... if Matthew messes up this turn, this could be curtains for him in this match. Ooh, switches out to Gothitelle. Oh, gets the spiky shield.
That's a very defensive turn from Armando. I like that.
Yeah.
I think that was the. Interesting.
I know Gothitelle's in a dangerous position.
Yeah. This ground terror might be hurting it a lot.
Of course, it could just protect. Of course, it could be bait for protect this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it all depends on what Matthew has in the back here, whether or not he wants the Ogerpon or the Dragapult to go down.
Yeah, I mean, Armando's been having a lot of trouble just removing this lead here.
Although I think the fact he targeted the Ogerpon likely means that the Ursaluna is in the back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it make a lot of sense. I mean, really, other than once Ogerpon's gone, Ursaluna just kind of has free reign.
Yeah.
Ooh, activating the Citrus. Oh, but it won't matter. Okay, still picks up the KO. The life
use himself, but wasn't enough time to save
and
the
Rouge, not you know.
Very interesting here.
I'm curious as to why.
Maybe he was anticipating Corviknight coming back. Maybe.
To be fair, I mean, with Phantom Force, it is a 2-turn move, so there's always the capability of Matt to switch out before this ends. Maybe trying to set up Trick Room with Armarouge before that happens.
Yeah.
However, the Ivy Cudgel is a big threat here.
Destiny Bond.
Oh, right.
That's not gonna work this turn.
That's a big Meteor, though.
Dragapult goes before Armarouge before Destiny Bond has time to run out. So, basically, Dragapult is now basically gone. Now, now Matthew just has to play around Ogerpon and whatever Armando has in the back.
Yeah, and that is, unless the Dragapult is Light Clay, that's only 2 turns left to reflect as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you take this trade as Matt though. I mean, Armando still has a healthy Pokemon in the back, so it'll be the Goodra and the
I think we heard Annihilate.
Yeah.
That Annihilate goes down to a single Ivy Cudgel, so.
Yeah,
I think Armando still
we'll likely see a Spiky Shield here from the Ogerpon just to make sure it lives through this turn.
Yeah. Also, with the presence of Annihilate in the back, I think it makes a big difference of what Armando's last mon is, whether it's Dugtrio or if it's gonna be Corviknight.
I think the best play for Matthew here is to just get up another Acid Armor as Goodra, just so it can live the most hits possible. But it doesn't even kill! Phantom Force doesn't kill!
Oh, that does
also takes out the Ogerpon!
That's big. Oh no.
This is huge!
Does live the Draco Meteor. I guess that game one really did matter.
And here comes Dugtrio.
Is the last. That's actually.
That was a
good for
crazy turn of events.
Ivy Cudgel would have been great against Annihilate.
Yep.
I wonder what's gonna happen now.
This being Dugtrio and not Corviknight, I think that's good for
now.
Matthew. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was Corviknight, that would be more trouble.
We'll likely see maybe a Mach Punch or something from the Annihilate before it dies. Although, again, Phantom Force is 2 turns, so that might come to bite Armando here.
Yeah. I could definitely see Goodra popping a Life Dew here.
That could also work. Although, I mean, well, we'd have to see if a Sucker Punch from the Dugtrio could come out too into the Annihilate. So Matt's got to be careful here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Armando actually trying to Phantom Force.
Phantom Force. Ice Punch.
There we go.
And the Life Dew as well.
Yeah, now this is almost surely targeting Annihilate. Yeah, I think that Phantom Force.
Yeah.
But now there is that Ice Punch is a big threat onto Dugtrio, who can't protect this turn unless he gets off the double. I guess we did see Sucker Punch from Dugtrio. That goes into 8.
Annihilape goes down.
No. Force goes
Looks like
first.
there's just
Doors
one
down.
more.
Stash! Send him out to
The
Sash!
critical hit! The critical hit on the body press.
I don't think it mattered, I'm gonna be honest. That is plus
Yeah.
3
Plus 3
defense
defense,
body press.
yeah.
That is going to kill. But
Yeah.
we gotta see
Not
if
even
the
plus
damage
3, that's
output is enough here. The Stomping Tantrum gonna
Rocky
get taken
Helmet
out by the
kills.
Rocky Helmet. It
I
all
think
comes
Matthew
down
has
to
it in
whether
the
it
bag
will
now.
live the Phantom Force.
I think it
Because
will.
the Rocky Helmet will kill.
And
Yeah,
Matthew
oh, yeah.
takes
Yeah,
it
that's,
in
and
insane
Matt
game
takes game
3.
3.
Very well played, Zach. Came down to the
Yes.
wire.
Oh my god.
An intense set there.
Alright, so here we go. Aqua Ascend against Matthew. We see Marcus starting off with Murkrow and Hydreigon against Matthew's
Ooh.
Gothitelle and Slitherwing.
This is very
What do you
interesting
guys think
here
about these
because
leads?
Gothitelle kind of dies to both of these, or at the very least Hydreigon.
Slitherwing's
But-
scary here, because Slitherwing not only beats most of like the ice types that Marcus has, but also Hydreigon right now. But obviously, Marcus
Yeah.
can just nuke this thing if it
Yeah.
has to move.
And the
I think
interesting thing is though that there's the protect.
Ooh.
The fake
So coming in, a fake out into Murkrow. Nice start.
I like the U-turn there.
Yeah, it was definitely a good move to go for.
Interesting. It doesn't seem like Matthew has first impression on his Slitherwing here.
That's a good point. Either that or he just wanted to get a pivot out.
That's fair. He could have both.
Ooh, the Terra Steel.
Terra Steel coming from Hydreigon has got the tail protects, and Murkrow gets tailwind up for Marcus. Unfortunately, he hit Dark Pulse into the protect, and then Matthew gets that U-turn out. Meanwhile, Marcus is technically trapped by the Shadow Tag.
Yes.
You can see Magnezone maybe here. Or Clefable too, because Clefable is just tanky.
Yeah, although I'd be weird about bringing Clefable into a Steel Terra Hydreigon like that, though.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
We see Ursaluna here. Gets the
Flame Orb.
instant burn from Flame Orb.
I could definitely see Matt going for Trick Room on this turn.
For sure.
Especially with his opponent having Tailwind up.
Yeah. One very interesting thing here is that since Hydreigon has Levitate, it resists both of Ursaluna.
Oh,
Oh!
an unfortunate miss on the Draco Meteor, but he foul
Fire
plays
Punch gets the
into
Oko!
himself. Oh, no,
And there
Murkrow
goes
foul
the
played,
Trick
my bad.
Room.
Yep, Trick Room is up. Ursaluna did take some good damage from. Did take some solid damage from that foul play, but
Yeah.
Trick Room is up now.
Here comes Tusk.
Now, and I think Aquasen's best bet here would probably be Slowking if he brought it, but given the three we've seen so far, I'm guessing Golden Go's probably in the back. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
Yeah, I definitely see Golden Go coming out here. I'm surprised though Articuno from Marcus here.
Yeah, he's not going all in on Snow. Neither side really
I like
is.
the pivot there.
Slitherwing comes back out, and
Ooh, the Terra
Ghost
Ghost
Style
as
from
well.
Mr. Luna
Oh, but that
have
doesn't
also
work out
tough.
for him.
Yeah, I'm surprised with the Terra there.
Yeah.
But the pivot is just
That was admittedly a pretty risky turn after already getting hit by a foul play. As Room Service Magnezone now takes the field for Matthew as his fourth.
I'm surprised that Matthew didn't use Facade on Great Tusk, considering that Facade has more base power and it also gives him stab. But maybe he just didn't have it, which would
Yeah,
be very
they didn't-
interesting.
I either didn't have it or just going for super effective.
Ooh, dual Wing Beat gets the kill on Tusk.
Yep, down goes Tusk, and Murkrow's down to just a sliver of its health after that. That foul play does take a decent chunk out of Slitherwing, though. As
Yep,
we see
and there's the
Golden
Golden Go.
Go coming out as Aquasen's final Pokemon.
No Air Balloon, which is very interesting for Matthew if he has Earthquake, and Golden Go decides to come out again.
2 turns remaining on Trick Room as well.
Yes.
Do we see Golden Go here, go for the nasty mod, or just decide to take the KO here?
Aquasen has committed his Terra as Murkrow
Air
protects from that
Blitz.
Flash Cannon.
And the burn!
Not like the burn will really do damage to Golden Go, though, thanks to its ability. And Make It Rain gets a KO onto Slitherwing and does marginal damage onto Magnezone here. As Gothitelle comes back out, both players are on their final 2 Pokemon.
Burn does invalidate Golden Go's leftovers, as we've seen here.
Yeah.
And he goes to the Protect. Fake out on Murkrow, good play.
Yep,
Get that
gets the
guaranteed
KO.
kill.
Yeah, at that
on
point,
Murkrow
at this
could
point,
pull any shenanigans.
it just comes down to whether one Make It Rain can do it or not, which I definitely doubt it.
Oh, not even
Yeah.
a Shadow Ball kills. And there he goes. There goes game 1.
Yes, game 1 going to Matthew with strong play, especially coming from that Magnezone.
Yeah.
I like the
It was very
roll
interesting.
against Magnezone.
I'm surprised he didn't bring Jeffrey at all.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it's probably smarter not to go for Jeffrey if you're going for Gothitelle, just to set up for a solution.
Yeah. As here we're going over to game 2, over in the grasslands now. What adjustments do you guys see taking place here?
I think we could see Ninetales coming out now that Aqua
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not really anything that
Looks
can
like
benefit from.
it's a Murkrow Great Tusk lead against Jeffrey and Gothitelle together. And what the hey is Jeffrey's name?
That's not Jeffrey.
Who's this Jeffrey imposter?
We see Murkrow protecting right off the bat here as Fake Out goes
Take
into
it on
Great
the
Tusk.
Tusk.
Good read on
And there
the
goes the
Protect
Trick
there.
Room.
Very good read on the Protect there. Good stuff coming from Matthew early on here.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a very scary lead because both of them give Fake Out pressure. Both of them do some funny stuff to
Yeah.
opponents.
And a turn 1 Trick Room pretty much invalidates a lot of what Murkrow can do.
No, forgets about the Prankster taunt.
Very unfortunate. That Psychic almost gets a KO on Tusk.
Ooh.
It's Earthquake. There's big damage. Gothitelle barely survives.
Gothitelle barely hangs on.
Berry. 3 turns of Trick Room remaining as we
Here
see
comes Fable on and the
Jeffrey
Psychic on
switching out.
Tusk. But there goes Gothitelle
I just
being Trick
realized
Room.
Matthew's naming scheme.
3v3 here as the outcome Ursaluna, and there's that Alolan Ninetales you were talking about. Snow is set up.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Clefable gets Trick Room, so Trick Room might be gone for Matthew here.
Yeah, 2 turns. Matthew has 2 turns left to take advantage of it. His opponent is only 1 mon down so far, too.
I wonder what Clefable does here, other than maybe support, maybe with some screens.
It could even just be like follow me even.
Yeah.
It could possibly
There's
helping
taking that
hand
foul play.
Ursaluna in an attempt to. Oh!
Sunny Day Fire Punch.
That's
Changing that
crazy,
weather.
but there goes Ursaluna.
Yeah, I still don't like that Ghost Terror move there, especially knowing that the Murkrow has foul play.
Yeah.
As here comes Hydreigon in out as the final Pokemon for Aqua Sad. No Golden Go this time.
There's the Terra Steel. That could be very bad for
Yeah, Murkrow gets
Matthew
Tailwind up
here.
on the last turn of Trick Room. Pretty well timed Tailwind.
Ooh, but the
Oh,
life makes a
yeah.
difference.
It might be over for Matthew here this game.
Yeah, well,
Marcus has a huge advantage here.
Trick Room is
But
in
the
the Quash.
Quash? Can it do something?
Stabilize survives the foul play.
Oh!
And Flamethrower gets the KO. It is just Murkrow remaining.
The flamethrower in the sun. Wait, this could bring it back.
It's a 2v1.
All that
Clefable and
Murkrow has
Sableye
left
against Murkrow.
is
It's just got foul play. I think he has to try to get the KO on Clefable here if possible.
yeah. He does have Tailwind, so he's probably gonna be a little first. Oh, but he doesn't.
Goes,
But he targets
He goes
Sableye
with
instead of
Sableye.
Fable.
Yeah.
and that move
Oh,
Matthew
and there's a
takes that 2-0.
2-0.
Well played by both players there. That
Well
like came down
played.
to the wire. Do you think
Alright,
Foul Play
and
do you think
the
Foul Play
players
could've
are
killed Clefable
back.
there?
GG's.
Good games, brother.